And they're doing that so far, certainly on defense.
So far, they're 3 for 3, Jeff.
Second and 8, call it short gain there. It's Gilbert again up the middle, and boy, big number 71 on the tackle. That's Diallo Wallace, senior, 6'4", 300 pounds, and certainly a size advantage on Chauncey Gilbert there, Steve.
Size advantage, and he's a huge force for that Haverling defense. He's got a lot of tackles behind the line of scrimmage this year, and 30 tackles. And when you're an interior lineman with 30 tackles, he's really controlling the line, getting a good push. He's a number that we'll probably be calling quite frequently tonight.
Mr. Gilbert may have lost a yard on that one, and it looks like those 17 yards to get to 1,000 are going to be pretty tough to get. He checks in on the roster at 140 pounds, and Diallo Wallace is 300 pounds.
And I think the key for ER, Jeff, is to establish balance so that they can throw the ball when they want to and not be forced into situations where they're going to need to throw.
Early timeout, maybe the play clock running down, and they don't want to give up any more yardage here at 3rd and 9. Let's take a quick break, and we'll tell you about some of our great sponsors here.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Muggs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/Muggs & More to see the many options and place your order today.
Fredonia Mumford for the Section 5 Class C football championship game, top-seeded ER Gananda against number 3, the Haverling Rams. It's scoreless here, approaching midway through the first quarter. A turnover early for ER Gananda, but the defense stood up, and now it's a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 at their own 41-yard line. Gilbert again deep, and you see Carter Lathrop, the quarterback. This one's definitely going to be put up in the air again, Steve. He's looking left, fires downfield. That was Sepulveda. It went right through a defender's hand. Boy, number 1 for the Rams defense there. He had a chance
Damian
at it.
Hall.
Damian Hall was right there, went through his hands, and good concentration by Manny Sepulveda, Steve.
I think that's my takeaway on that play. Manny Sepulveda stayed with the ball. It wasn't Lathrop's throw wasn't as high as it probably wanted it as it came to him. Sepulveda was able to focus, catch the ball, and get the Bombers a first down in plus territory. Now with the 44-yard line, ER has more of a chance to mix. I wouldn't be surprised if they came back with another pass here, Jeff.
Well, they're certainly opening up and had a little success there, even though that could have been another turnover, Steve, right, in a matter of like 8 plays. A little pitch across. That's now we'll talk about this young man. I think that's the young man that's been was hurt, and now he's back. Adrian Letta, I believe, Steve, was hurt in the second game of the year, a broken clavicle. This is his first game back, and a little pitch there. It's technically a pass play, but I know Coach Taranto very happy to get him back in the lineup.
He was, and he made sure to point out to us that ER Gananda had gone through the process of getting the medical waiver, making sure all his eligibility was cleared both medically and through Section 5 officials. And he thinks that Letta might be able to provide a little bit of a wrinkle into the game. It's not somebody who's been on film a lot, gives them a little speed, a little shiftiness, but credit to the Haverling defense there. They had that sniffed out.
Yeah, they kind of ironed out that wrinkle right there, didn't they?
They absolutely.
Loss of 4 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 14 for ER Gananda. And we're going to look past and left again to Sepulveda. Nice catch. And boy, I guess if you're the Haverling defense, you don't want to get beat deep, and they're going to give them 5 or 6 yards off the ball here. And if you're ER Gananda, Steve, maybe you just take those little dink and dunks.
Yeah, and you'll take 7 yards anytime you can get it. And Manny is showing out early. He's come to play. He had 45 receptions this season, Jeff, for 862 yards and 14 touchdowns. So he's certainly a go-to player and somebody that if you're playing the hot hand, you keep rolling with him.
Brings up a 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. ER Gananda, their second possession. And this was going to go to it's a keeper. You had me faked out, Steve, and that's going to be enough for a first down. You know, something Brian Taranto, the coach of ER Gananda, told us a couple days ago was Carter Lathrop has shown an ability to run and some shiftiness that he wasn't sure he had.
That's right, and a great RPO there. That's a run-pass option. Carter Lathrop did a good job putting the ball in the running back's hands, pulling it out, and picked up a nice first down, 15 yards. He's been effective on the ground this year, Jeff. He's got almost 300 yards, I believe. But right there, it's not always what you do, it's when you do it, and picking that up on 3rd down was huge.
All the way into the 23-yard line of the Rams, and the young man didn't find he was going to be starting quarterback until about September 1st. and he's had a terrific senior season here as a first-year starter.
Yeah, he's really hung in there and done a nice job from a leadership standpoint.
It looks like Sepulveda's going to throw it, Steve. Well covered deep, and it's intercepted deep in the end zone. Number 5 has
A.J. Bratz. A.J. Bratz is having a day already. East Rochester Gananda went into the bag of tricks, and A.J. Bratz came in, made the play from the safety position, hauls in his 4th interception of the season.
He had 3 saves today in the state semifinal championship soccer game, and that's a big save right there in the end zone. Well covered. Sepulveda probably shouldn't have put this one in the air, Steve.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was a left-handed thrower, and he came to the side of the field. The ball hung up a little bit. The Haverling defense had it well covered, and that's 2 drives and 2 turnovers. So the plus-minus battle going the way of Haverling right now.
Touchback, and here we go. The Rams will take over at the 20-yard line. Haverling its second possession after being stopped on downs the first time around. And now looks like Yale is going to go out of the shotgun here for Haverling, Steve. Hand up the middle. Good running room here. That is Kieran McCray. Almost a first down. It looks like a solid gain of 8 yards.
Yeah, McCray's the guy that gets all the dirty yards inside. The whole key to this Haverling offense is to get good splits and good motion and misdirection up front. McCray's a guy that's sometimes hard to see coming out of the backfield.
He's got almost 800 yards this year, Steve.
Yeah, and a lot of touchdowns. And
9 of them.
He had six yards there before I think he was touched. Interesting thing about East Rochester, Jeff, only 7 turnovers all year coming into tonight, 2 on the first 2 drives.
That's what we call a nugget, my friend. Well done, Steve. Hand up the middle again. This one's going to be trying to bounce it outside. More good tackling by the Bombers. Looks like 58.
That was McCray again. And
56, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Cole Rickey. And Cole Rickey.
Top tackler on the team, yep. Cole Rickey is senior, 6'3", 220, and a long line of Rickeys in this program, Steve.
Yeah, his dad, Fred, is actually the defensive coordinator for the Bombers. Played for East Rochester, the Don Quinn teams. His uncle, Matt, was on the first team, one of the first teams Brian Tarango was involved with. His older brother, Hayden, was a 4-year starter. Cole's a 4-year starter. And he was in middle school, Jeff. He was down on the sidelines as bomber man with the cheerleaders.
You got them all out right there. 3rd and 2 for Haverling. Hand up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Good tough running there. I think that's McCray again.
That's McCray again.
Yeah.
And if you're Haverling, you live with that all day long. You take 3 plays, take some time, and grind out 10 yards and live to snap the ball on 1st and 10 here again. And if they can do this 3 or 4 times, they'll be well into Gananda territory.
Well, the boys up front for Haverling came to play here in the second drive. They were getting overmatched up front early on, but some good tough running and a first down for Haverling out to the 33-yard line. We got trips split out wide right again, Steve Bradley. Out of the shotgun is Justin Yale. Hand up the middle again, and I think it's McCray again, and if it ain't broke.
Yeah, that was actually number 1, Damian Hall, Jeff. And Hall has missed like 3.5 games this season. And he's back, and kind of like Letta from the East Rochester perspective, he's somebody that hasn't been on film a lot and might be able to provide that extra jump start for his team here now that we're in the sectional final.
3 yards on the carry, and I don't think you put the ball up if you keep having success on the ground.
Well, one of the things that this open wing does is you beat your opponent with the run, continue to do that, and then if the defensive backs start peeking into the backfield, that's where you look to go over the top and spring somebody like A.J. Bratz.
There he is again, Hall again. We got a flag on the play. He's dragged down on the left side.
There is a flag on the play.
Maybe Hunter Grow on the tackle there for ER.
I know Cole Rickey came
the
up
Bombers
excited.
are clapping, Steve. Looks like maybe a hold. No, we got a legal procedure on the Rams.
So a pre-snap penalty will back them up. That's the first flag here tonight. And discipline is key for both of these teams because they can't afford to have those kind of setbacks.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 12 now. I want to thank the folks here at Caledonia Mumford for hosting us for this broadcast. Like I said, beautiful facility and a great night. Looks like any sort of precipitation will hold off till after the game, as long as we don't have like a 6 overtime game, Steve.
For sure, and actually East Rochester declined that penalty, so it'll be 3rd down. So
interesting, 3rd and 7. They didn't want to go second
So
and 12.
that must mean that Coach Tarangelo likes the way that his defense is playing, and that he's got confidence in his guys to get off the field here.
All right, here we go again. Big third down play. Little swing pass out to the left. That's to Bratz. Bratz turns a corner, and he's tripped up on the far side. Tough to catch the number. This
Looked like he was pushed out by number 51. That's 51 is
Jordan Richards, junior linebacker. Good lateral pursuit for the Bombers there to get Bratz. Tripped him up and got him out of bounds, and they'll be short of a first down. And it's going to bring up a fourth down.
and number 9, Jeremy Blanchard, also in on that play too, helping force Bratz out wide.
And is that? I think that's Gilbert deep here, Steve, who's been very dangerous. It's Chauncey Gilbert deep, and this ball is going to go out of bounds. And look, probably on the 35-yard line, a drive start here for ER Gananda. And boy, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. And you said that great nuggets. 7 turnovers on the season and 2 here in the first quarter of the championship game. Not how you draw it up, but it hasn't hurt the Bombers yet.
It hasn't hurt them yet. You know, one of our keys was for them to score early. Maybe we just alter that to score first now, because they've had 2 chances to score.
Or just not turn the ball over.
Right. Well, that's always important. But they have shown an ability to move the ball, so the offense should be confident. Now it's just the attention to detail to keep it.
Through the air, though, we're talking about a backer, Chauncey Gilbert, with almost 1,000 yards. He hasn't really been able to get free at all.
Well, Coach Tarangelo told us that he thinks in order to be successful, you have to do both.
Here's Gilbert.
They certainly can do it with the air, so maybe the pass can help set up the run.
Gain of about 3. They're up the middle, and let's say about some of those big guys in the line there for East Rochester, Gananda. Jordan Richards.
Giacinto Fioravante,
You got it,
left
Steve.
guard.
Justin Moskal, Max Wood, Cole Ricky. Great job up front all season long. They're going to be needed here in this ball game to give Cole Carter Lathrop some time to pass. And they've done that so far.
And they come out with the 2 wide receivers to our side of the field, Jeff.
Sepulveda, and is that Cavanis? And look, he's looking this way, and it's batted down up front. Looks like maybe
71.
big 71 there on
Diallo
defense.
Wallace.
Diallo Wallace, always making his presence known. And I think he's the tallest guy on that line. 6'1", Hode Adams up front. I beg your pardon. We've got Cameron Seeger up front. He's 6 foot. Austin Thoris, 5'8", D tackle. Diallo Wallace right there, and then William Clark. He's
Right.
a 5'9" junior.
Bath plays an odd man front, so they really have the 3 in the middle, and then they move their defensive ends around a little bit. One of their top tackles is what they call their monster position, and that's Ethan Norby, number 21.
3rd and 6. Lathrop out of the shotgun. Gilbert, he's the deep back again. You're going to pass. And not great time, and there's a sack. 57.
57 and 50.
Brock Brazy.
Brock Brazy, he's a wrestler, and he's got
We call that guy the Killer Bees.
the Killer Bees, B&B. 57 and 50. They actually share the position. He's there with William Clark. William Clark has 10 sacks this season, so that's 10.5 for him. Great pressure there by Haverling, and that might do it almost for the quarter, Jeff.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. They're lining up. They're not gonna snap this ball, right? Okay.
Just a little tricky formation.
I guess. Let's see what happens. I'm intrigued. And that's
Quarter.
it. End of the first quarter. Okay. So no points on the board, but a lot of action, Steve Riley. Let's take another break here. You're watching Section 5 Class C Championship Football right here on Varsity Media and the Section 5 YouTube channel.
Arjulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long. Wide open. Perazzi. He gets it. Perazzi. Foot raise. 10, 5. Make it. Touchdown. Punch. Counter punch.
With a trickery, Ryder gets it back. Goes over the top for Haverman. What a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him. That's loose. And Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Make it. Touchdown. Touchdown East.
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford Central Schools. My name's Jeff DeVeronica, alongside Steve Bradley, our color commentator here for the Section 5 Class C championship football game between the top-seeded ER Gananda Bombers, who are back to punt right now. It is scoreless, and the Haverling Rams, the number 3 seeds, rematched at the 2015 title game, won 40-30 by the Rams, and I can't see a game being that high scoring at this point. 0-0 to the first quarter, and that's a punt off the side of the foot of Sepulveda, and boy, not very long and a bad bounce, and that's
great
about
field position for the Rams.
That's about a net gain of about 3 or 4 yards on that punt, Steve.
Yeah, that's going to give Haverling a great start here. East Rochester Gananda defense has been stout here on the first 2 drives, and they're going to need to tighten up here again, because this is the best field position that Haverling has had all night.
Yeah, what a drive start here for the Rams, and see if they can punch it in and get some points on the board. It's been a tough start for them, and Justin Yale, their quarterback, nice job here. Junior, 5'11", 170 pounds, and
Coach Ford has just been really impressed with Justin all season. He's a smart player, and he says, quote, he throws dimes. So his accuracy is often on
that's
point.
A.J. Bratz in motion, handoff up the middle again. That's McCray, short gain there, and looked like number 55 there for the Bomber defense is Britton
Delamadoris.
You got it, Steve. Nice.
Yeah, we worked on that. We
Just
practiced.
a freshman and a starter up front, as a linebacker here for ER Gananda.
31 tackles this season. He's pretty quick, gets to the ball from that outside backer spot, and made a good play there.
And Coach Trando told us that not a lot of great size for ER Gananda, but some really quick, strong kids up front.
Yeah, and I think the key, and we've seen it so far, is for them to rally to the ball. It's not usually one guy, it's usually a group.
2nd and 9, and he's springing at the right side. He's going to go, Steve.
That's Hall.
It is Hall. He takes it to the Hall. Hall takes it to the house from 34 yards, and the Haverling Rams have burst on top here in the Section 5 Class C championship game. Great ball fake, Steve.
It was. That's part of that open wing offense, is a little bit of deception, a little bit of misdirection, and Damian Hall is off to the races.
34 yards, and again, I think he got through the line without anybody touching him, Steve. He was on the far side of the field, but 34-yard touchdown run, Damian Hall, and Haverling goes on top. And it looks like they're going to...
They always go for 2.
If
they kick it, wake me up and tell me. Hall had 44 carries for 316 yards coming into this game, despite missing 3.5 games. That's his 3rd touchdown. He's also dangerous on the conversion, so he could be a factor here tonight. That's
McCray up the middle, and he's going to be stopped short. So something to salvage there for Egar Gananda. It'll be only 6-0 deficit for them. They've shown the ability to move the ball. But that's not what you wanted to see for Egar Gananda. You wanted to try to lead this game, and you fall behind. And dynamic play off the right tackle there by Damian Hall. Good blocking up front. We'll take another break. You're watching Section 5 Championship Football on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
And there you see him, the Bath Haverling Rams up 6-0 here. And they're going to kick off ER Gananda. 34-yard touchdown run by Damian Hall. Terrific ball fake, Steve.
Yeah, misdirection and a little bit of ball handling and deception. Damian Hall could be a game changer tonight. He's got the speed, he found that seam, and he was gone. He was into the secondary before I think a lot of people knew he even had the ball.
Here's our kickoff, and ER Gananda trying to get something going here.
Great coverage on the kick unit there by Haverling. Number 23 is the first one on the play. That's Jordan Miller-Vogt, and stayed in his lane, got right to the return man, and brought him down right about the 30-yard line.
Griffin Kiss, I believe, on the return for ER Gananda, and they're going to take over on their own 28-yard line, now trailing 6-0, and need to get something going here, Steve. They moved the ball the first couple drives, not much going here the last couple.
But you have to also stay calm, stay cool. It's 1 touchdown, it's 6 points. You have a very dynamic offense that averages 35 points a game. if everybody does their job here for Gananda, they're going to be just fine. They just don't try to get it all back at once.
Lathrop hands up the middle. It's Chauncey Gilbert, and it's a good gain there. Good gain of 5 yards there. And they need to put themselves in these good positions, Steve.
They do, and they need to establish the run so that they can work the pass. When they had that good drive before, they went to the trickery.
Brock Brazy on the tackle there.
Yep, Brock Brazy. And Brock Brazy, a nice note about him, Jeff, is that he's a wrestler, and Coach Ford told me that he has the highest threshold of pain of any athlete he's ever coached, and that he's the kind of he'll run through a brick wall and smile.
2nd and 7 here for Gananda. Own 31-yard line. Long count here. He's looking left. Lathrop heaves it up. That's Cavanis there, a little over his shoulder. Well covered.
It was actually Gilbert out of the backfield.
I beg your pardon, Steve.
So ball seemed to hang up there a little bit, Jeff, and tried to make the adjustment. Gananda trying to go for that balanced attack. Now they're going to have a 3rd and 8, and I do think it's key that they convert here, because getting down by 2 scores would make this an uphill battle for them.
Well, another punt. The last punt didn't go very well, so we'll see what they got. They got trips out left. I believe that's Gilbert out left, Sepulveda out left. Lathrop, of course, he's going to look right where the trips were. And it's Sepulveda. He's got it. Good look. Great gain. He knew exactly where he was going. Did not need to check down on that. Manny Sepulveda on the catch. Sizable gain.
And once Manny got up, he was doing the feed me, let me eat, and that's his 4th catch so far tonight. He's been a tough cover. Haverling knew coming in that he would be a tough cover, and so far he's made 4 catches, and
that had to be right there. He wasn't wide open by any means.
Yeah, that's a great throw into a tight window by Lathrop too, and those guys needed to step up and make a play to keep Gananda moving, and they did it.
Psychologically, that was huge to get a first down. On the ball's on the other side of the field again. They can see we can get something going. Sepulveda split out wide right. I believe that's Cavanis also wide right, Steve.
It is.
Sepulveda in motion, and that's the up back. That is Letta, I believe, Steve. Is it Letta?
It is.
That is Adrian Letta.
And a little bit of a page out of the Haverling book there, with a little bit of motion and a little bit of deception, and probably the best game that East Rochester Gananda's had on the ground so far tonight.
Yeah, it's about a 6-yard gain. They're going to call it 2nd and 5, actually.
But the good thing about that play is that the hole was there. The line was actually able to move the Haverling defense and create a seam for the runner.
Spreading things out again. That's Gilbert deep. Lathrop now the handoff to Gilbert. Oh, no, it's a keeper. It's Lathrop on the left side again. He's got some running room, picking his spot, showing some vision, and a good run there.
Yeah, Carter Lathrop, that's the 2nd time we've seen him keep the ball on the RPO. Both times he's been able to convert the first down.
Moving to his left and gain of about 15 yards there, Stephen. Moving it almost inside the red zone. On the tackle there, Gavin Buckley by Haverling. Great patience by Lathrop, just waiting for things to develop.
Great patience by Lathrop. Good decision. And if you're Haverling, you've got to read your keys and know that the quarterback has kept the ball twice for first downs, and that's an adjustment that I'm sure the defense will try to make.
Pretty good answer so far by Gananda, but you got to come away with something here. You can't come away with 0 after the 2 turnovers early in this ball game and trailing 6-0.
That's
another long snap count here, and he's going to pass. He's going to put it up. It's a jump ball, Steven. That's trouble. It's a ball. It's a catch.
No, the ball's out.
Oh, it is out. Yale on the pass breakup. They were looking for Letta again down by the goal line. And also, Justin Yale on the pass breakup. It looks like also number 23.
That's Jordan Miller-Vogt.
Miller-Vogt. That was well covered, and that was a very dangerous throw, Steve Bradley.
It was. The ball seemed to hang up there a little bit, and everybody was able to converge on it. Letta made a great effort, too. Sometimes the receiver turns into almost a defender on that play, just to make sure that if he doesn't catch it, nobody else does.
Adrian Letta, all 5-6 of them, he needed every bit of that. It wasn't a jump ball to your big receivers. That was to the little guy. I think you're kind of fortunate if you are Gananda getting out of that without a turnover.
First down, sometimes you got to take a shot.
2nd and 10 now. In motion, and we got another. That's Gilbert in the backfield. Some tough running and brought down by one of the linebackers, looks like, for Haverling. We got a D tackle. It's Diallo Wallace again, big number 71. Well done.
Yes, well done. Also 65, Cameron Sager there. But also, you know, if you're East Rochester Gananda, I think you're in 4-down territory now. You got half of it there. Now you have 2 plays to get 5 yards and keep the drive going.
3rd and 6 they're going to call it, Steve. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter, 6-0 Haverling Rams on a 34-yard touchdown run by Damian Hall, and ER Gananda trying to answer back here after those 2 early turnovers. Got a wide spread here, Steve. We got a timeout by ER Gananda. They want to talk this one over. It's a big play.
It is a big play, and we'll talk about more after the break.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves, and you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, "I can help you," there's no better feeling than that.
Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday.
We're back. Big 3rd down play here for ER Gananda. 3rd and 6. Trailing 6-0.
Watch for Manny Sepulveda in the slot here, Jeff. They've gone to him 4 times already.
He's looking that way. You call it. Wow, they're going to go over the top this time, Steve. Over his left shoulder. A bending ball over the left shoulder and an incomplete.
Jordan Miller Vogt with the defense there. Great play by him to break up that play.
Actually, a good throw where only his guy could get it, but just couldn't haul it in. And you got to go for it, right, Steve?
You do, and you think that, as I mentioned, Manny Sepulveda had 4 catches, and they'd gone to him the previous 3rd downs. It was one of those things where they probably thought the coverage was shifting Manny's way, so they went to 6 instead of 15. Now they, you know, I think you got to look out for that RPO from Lathrop here.
You think? Maybe how about a little draw play?
Quarterback draw, or?
We'll see in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, we do. We've got our play caller hats on. It's really not up to us.
Either way, it's a big deal here. You got Gilbert split wide left. Sepulveda out to the right here in the slot. And that's Carter Lathrop barking out the signals again. He's going to look right Sepulveda's way, throws it up. And this one is going to be caught by Manny. I believe it was Manny Sepulveda. Oh, he's called a no catch.
Waved it off.
Manny Sepulveda is pleading his case. And it's going to be Haverling ball. Wow, that's a tough one right there.
Sepulveda on the corner route there. He had his man beat. He had an angle, and he was waiting for the ball a little bit. He did have it, but the official ruled that he did not complete the catch.
See, I'm looking at the tree, and you look at the flag. The ball, they're throwing into the wind. It makes a lot of sense as to why these balls are hanging up for Carter Lathrop.
And,
boy, he thought he had the catch. It looked pretty good from here. But you know what? The referee was right there, and Gananda turns that one over on downs, and Haverling will take over on their own 18-yard line. You hear the displeasure there from the Gananda faithful here, and they are hardy. They're here out strong here south of Rochester.
But the plus side, that was a very positive drive. They drove from deep in their own territory down the field. The offense has moved the ball. They just need to find a way to finish.
Yale on the keeper here. I beg your pardon. That's looks like A.J. Bratz on the carry, Steve. He took the snap. I believe it was.
He's done that a few times this year. He has 42 carries for 365 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's one of those things where
Hunter Grow on the tackle for the Bombers.
You want to get the ball in the hands of your best playmakers, and A.J. Bratz is one of the best athletes in Section 5 Class C. He's a standout in baseball. He's a standout in soccer. He's a standout in football.
One of the best athletes in Section 5.
Absolutely. And anytime the ball is in his hands, good things can happen.
Now this turns into a big defensive stand here, too, for Gananda. You want to keep the Haverling Rams pinned down here and not give them any field position. And now we've got some whistles, and we got a timeout, another timeout by Gananda. That's the second one, and we'll take another quick break. Right here, you're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
Welcome back to the Section 5 Class C Football Championship game. Haverling Rams leading 6-0 over the ER Gananda Bombers, and they're going to put it up. Low throw, misses A.J. Bratz there, and well covered by the Bombers there. It's double nickel, 55 on the defense for ER Gananda.
That's our guy, Britton Delamadoris. And number 2 is Michael Daniels on the outside linebacker. So Daniels is their second leading tackler. He's one of those guys that's always around the ball, big playmaker. And a huge third down here, Jeff.
Brings up a 3rd and 9 now for the Haverling Rams. And, ER Gananda drove it deep into the territory, thought they had a touchdown or at least the ball near the goal line when that beat Sepulveda. And now the defense trying to make a big stand here and force a punt and try to give themselves a good drive start and try to maybe get something going before the end of the half.
And I think so far the defenses are the story of the day.
Absolutely. A little look left, look right. He's going to throw it, and that's well defended. That's number 27 on the catch, Steve?
That was McCray on the catch, and there was a swarm of Bomber defenders. Hunter Groh, who's the fullback and middle linebacker right there, and that's great discipline, great defense by East Rochester Gananda. A lot of times that screenplay can suck in the defense, and you got a lot of green in front of you. So
that looked like that was sniffed out and looked like something they might have talked about
they may have seen that on film.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 4th and 9 now, and Bratz will go back deep to punt at about the 5-6 yard line here. And Gilbert, you got 2 deep backs here for ER Gananda. Gilbert, and I can't tell who's on that far side. And looks like this is going to be, they're going to let it go. That's Sepulveda on the far side. And
that's a great punt.
It is a very good punt. Wow.
That's a great punt. And downfield coverage by
Ethan Narby, one of the top players defensively for Haverling. Gets down there and covers that punt. Boy.
As Bratz was dropping back there, I'm thinking, I wonder how many goal kicks he had today or how many punts he made in net. And
Great
then he really connected on that. That's a net of about 40 yards.
And again, you look at that flag, Steve. That flag is whipping. That punt was with the wind. So we'll see. This will turn over in the second half. ER Gananda will have the wind at their back.
And Manny Sepulveda is a very dangerous return man. So just the fact that he didn't pick up the ball and gain any extra yardage was huge for Haverling there.
Own 41 yard line here, ER Gananda. It's Gilbert up the middle. And
the ball's out.
It's out again. My goodness, and that's recovered right there.
51 was Johnny on the spot. That's number 51 is Jordan Richards, the junior tackle.
Wow.
Really saved East Rochester Gananda there.
Could have been disastrous for ER Gananda. Put the ball on the carpet once again. They've already turned the ball over twice, once by fumble, once by interception. Trailing 6-0. You don't want to give Haverling another good drive start deep in ER territory. And
the Haverling defense has come away with 2 turnovers and a key 4th down stop. And the East Rochester defense has done a great job too. The only drive that they were allowed points on was a short field.
This might be Carter Lathrop's game here, Steve. Deep and looking over the left side, and it's hauled in and caught. What a great grab.
Awesome route, and that's number 6,
Miles Cavanis. What a great pass and a better catch by Miles Cavanis. Another one of those tough wideouts for ER Gananda.
And that play was coming right toward us with the ball in the air, and you just saw Cavanis close on the ball, extend his hands, and bring it into him. Sepulveda, rightfully so, gets a ton of attention, but I know that the Haverling coaches are very aware of Cavanis too. He's a player that has 6 touchdown catches this year, 18 catches for 304 yards.
Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Haverling leading 6-0, powered by that 34-yard Damian Hall touchdown run. One of the first plays of the second quarter. Lathrop, Steve, this might be the pass to set up the run. Nice over the middle, little high. Looking for Cavanis once again. Well covered by number 37. It's Yale and number 30. It's McCray and Yale back deep in the secondary for Haverling.
And I 100% agree with that comment you just made. The run game traditional style has been hard to come by for East Rochester, Gananda right now. So you use those safe passes to try and loosen the defense and then come back with the run game. But they weren't able to connect there. So now 2nd and 10 and looking to make a play.
And I think we could see another design scramble here by Carter Lathrop. Haven't used that in a while. It's been successful.
Although the coverage up top, he may be able to go to the top side of the field.
He's looking left side here again. He can put it up. And Sepulveda!
Big hit, too, over the middle by
McCray. Wow. And I don't know what sure Sepulveda is asking for.
I think they're looking for the defensive receiver flag. But you see that on Sundays a lot, but that's not a call you're going to get in high school a lot of the time.
I think he held off of it, too. We didn't really lay him out here. It was a kind of reached out and pushed him more than.
But how about McCray and what he does on both sides of the ball for this Haverling team?
And I think they're going to be busy back there, McCray and Yale.
Yeah, he is, but he's the B-back in that offense. He does a lot of the dirty work, and he's right in the middle of the defense as a linebacker, and a huge 3rd down here.
3rd and 10, and maybe 4-down territory again here for the Bombers. He's going to pass again.
He's got a man out there.
Ball hanging up again, and I think the wind is playing tricks, but I think that's Gilbert on the far side, Steve, and number 5 again breaking it up, A.J. Bratz.
And with 4:44 to go in the half, Jeff, I think that they're sending on the punt team. So there is
now we're going to a field position game, right? Try to go down there, keep Haverling pinned back again, force a punt, try to get the ball back for another possession here to start the second half.
So absolutely. I think you have to trust the field possession game here. Try to pin Haverling deep. Maybe you have burned your timeout, so you're probably not going to be able to use them. Get a quick series here and maybe keep the ball on this side of the field and maybe get one more practice.
Letta is now the punter, Steve Bradley. Not Sepulveda after that one that did not go as planned.
He hasn't punted it yet.
A low snap and low kick.
Good job, though. He's angled it, and it's going to roll.
Another bad bounce for Gananda. It's going to be, only about a net of about 20 yards on that punt, Steve. But it's still deep in the Haverling territory, and we'll see what the Rams can do to maybe kill off the first half clock. 4:37 left to go, and they're leading here the Section 5 Class C championship game right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. That great misdirection play, 34-yard Damian Hall touchdown is all we've seen so far getting across the goal line.
Yeah, and, I thought this game would be a little bit higher scoring than it has been, but that's more a credit to the defenses for the takeaways they created and the stops they've made.
Handoff up the middle.
That's Hall again,
Jeff.
Hall,
and gain of a couple yards here. And Chauncey Gilbert on the tackle for.
That's number 1, tackling number 1. So
moving up from the defensive backfield. Good pursuit there from Chauncey Gilbert, using his speed on both sides of the ball, and hasn't really been able to get out in the open and do it on the offensive side.
No, but he's a guy that he only needs one play to be a difference maker, and there's definitely a lot of time left for that to happen.
Gain of about 3 there for Hall, Steve. 2nd and 7 for the Rams, leading 6-0. We just cracked the 4-minute mark. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Looks like this is going to be a roll to the left. Nice little side pass. That's McCray again. Nice catch, nice pass, and you're pretty close to a first down. A couple yards short, but nice little rollout by Yale.
And he was converged on by Gilbert and Letta there to get to the ball and tackle him low, and
brings
keep
up
McCray
a big
from
third
getting
down.
the first down.
Yep.
So
big third down.
It is big. As the
clock
is rolling with 3:30 left. So
3rd and a long 2 here, Steve, and this will be an interesting play call. You can't do the same type of rollout this way because it's a short side of the field. You got A.J. Bratz heading wide to the right.
But this is where the double wing is so dangerous because you're not sure who's going to get the ball. So the ER defense has to be very disciplined and read the keys and be able to make a play
here. It looks like a single coverage on A.J. Bratz, wide left, Steve, or wide to the right. Looks like now we got maybe a timeout by the Rams to talk this one over.
Yeah, I think they wanted to get a look at the defense, see what kind of matchups they had, and where they could go.
All right, we'll take a 30-second break here. You're watching Section 5 Championship Football on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford, where it's Jeff DeVeronica right here and Steve Raleigh alongside. You may recognize all those names. We used to work for the Democrat Chronicle for a very long time, and very happy that we were invited to do this great broadcast. In all the years we've known each other, Steve, never a broadcast of high school football, but tonight's tonight.
Tonight's tonight, and it's a lot of fun, and we've loved and covered high school sports for a long time, and glad to be a part of it here this evening.
Big 3rd and 3 here for Haverling. And it's a handoff up the middle. It's McCray trying to find his way. Good yardage, and he's got himself a first down, Steve.
Oh, I'm not sure that they're coming in on the side.
Following his blockers. I think he's in. I think he's got enough. And yeah, they're moving the chains. Big first down, and that really puts them in control here with just under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. And Haverling, a big 3rd down conversion there. Tough running up front.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line, and that's what McCray does. He's more your meat and potatoes kind of runner in the middle of the field.
If you're Matt Ford, do you put the ball in the air, or are you trying to just try to kill off this half, Steve?
I think you keep it on the ground. But
yeah, well, guess not. Oh, and the ball's tipped. Looking for 33, goes through his hands. That's Gavin Price, the freshman tight end, who's had such a great freshman year. And Britton Delmadoris
there for the to break it up.
That could have been disastrous for Haverling. A ball tipped in the air, and boy, the Gananda could use a break like that.
Yeah, and Gavin Price shares time at tight end with Gavin Buckley, who's a senior. And the one thing that Coach Ford told me about Price is he has outstanding hands. He had to go up and high to get that ball. It was a tough catch, and Haverling fortunate that the ball hit the turf instead of landing in the arms of East Rochester Gananda.
Stops the clock with exactly 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Justin Yale, the handoff up front, looks like it's probably, good tackling there. Check the number on the runner there. I'm not sure if that was someone we've seen. Was that number 7?
That was McCray.
That was McCray again, 37.
And that
all
was
right.
51 on the tackle for East Rochester Gananda. That's
Jordan Richards.
Jordan Richards. We've called his name several times. He's having a good night at that defensive end position.
Just a junior, doing a nice job for ER Gananda. Another 3rd and long here for the Rams.
As we go under 2 minutes here, Jeff. So I think this is probably the key play for Haverling. If they get the first down here, then they maybe try to push downfield.
I think you run the ball and play the clock game here, Steve. ER's I think they've already burned 2 timeouts. They're not going to be able to manage the clock if they get the ball back. I think you run the ball, keep the clock moving.
But with the Haverling offense, the run can be a big play. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, there's a double handoff, Steve. McCray, it didn't go anywhere, but pretty tricky. McCray handed it off to Hall, and it didn't.
And
nothing doing.
Cole Rickey,
top tackler, big play.
You didn't fool him. He was in the middle, shed his blocker, and was right there to blow the whole play up. So now
that's something you don't see every day. So it brings up a 4th and long, now 4th and 10, and now Bratz is going to go back deep. He's got the wind in his back, and he's going to be punting this one away. And ER will get the ball back with just under a minute to go. They're going to try to look. He took a look back at the score clock. Let's just use all the clock we can here and snap it when we just need to. And back deep to the 2 deep backs again. High snap. Bratz got it. And yeah, definitely aided by the wind. A good boot though. Calling for a fair catch, and he puts the ball down, and it's Gilbert fumbles it in 21.
21.
Yeah,
great hustle. Ethan Norby, he plays the hybrid monster position and on the defense, and he was the first man downfield. As soon as that ball hit the turf, he pounced on it. That's huge turnover.
And that's going to give the Rams a good look here with 49 seconds to go. So this ER defense really needs to stand taller. Steve, 7 turnovers all season, now 3 in 1/2.
3 in 1/2,
and they're only down 6.
Right. So again, it's take a deep breath, look at what's in front of you, and try to make a play.
28 yards to go here, and I think they've got at least 1 timeout left, maybe 2 for Haverling.
Coaches talk all the time, Jeff, about having that next play mentality. And right now, the East Rochester Gananda defense has to forget about what happened and go to work here, because another score here late in the half would be tough.
Would be disastrous for ER Gananda. That's McCray on the run, some tough running up the middle, and he's gaining a couple here. And we're not going to get a clock stoppage here, I don't think.
The clock is rolling. A.J. Bratz comes in with the play.
Yeah, I think now you're going to see some trickery, Steve. Get the ball in the air and throw some
Yeah, they're going to take a shot here. It's just how are they going to do it?
All right. Haverling up 6. There's McCray in motion. Yale looking left, and we got flags and whistles, and we're going to stop the play. Looks like, illegal procedure this time on Haverling twice, and that'll stop the clock with 18 seconds left.
And
see that at the
to
bottom
this
of your
point,
screen?
Jeff, a really clean game. That's only the second penalty of the first half, both for five-yarders. So these teams are disciplined.
And the last one was declined.
Well. Yeah.
They're going to step this one off, though, and move it back to the 29-yard line. And you really just need 2 stops here. You get out of this for ER Gananda. And but at this point, I think, no, A.J. Bratz signals for a timeout for Haverling.
And we're going to take
maybe
a break
maybe they were going to start that clock, I think, Steve. That's why we called that timeout. All right, 6-0, 18 seconds left here in the first half, 12 seconds, I believe. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
Arjulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long. Wide open. Perazi. He gets it.
We're back at Calmum, 2nd and 11 for the Haverling Rams. 12 seconds to go after the ER fumbled on the punt. And Haverling's going to probably have to put this ball in the air, Steve, because you really can't stop the clock any other way. And that's Yale looking and throwing it deep up the right side. This could be picked. Or, no, it's incomplete.
Wow. It's on the turf. He was going for A.J. Bratz at the goal line.
Yeah, Bratz, and we got 5 seconds to go. And he's looking for number 5 right there, and broken up. And they got one more shot at it.
Yeah, Haverling took a shot. ER had it well defended.
Now you just defend the goal line, right?
I think so. AJ Bratz has a strong leg, but I don't think this is field goal time at all. I think you take a shot at the end zone and maybe hope for a score or maybe a penalty.
Maybe
so you
a
get
flag.
that untimed down to end and a half.
Get a flag there. But if they can escape this play, you have to feel so fortunate if you're ER Gananda that after 3 turnovers, you're only trailing 6-0.
3 turnovers in a red zone stop too.
And we'll take another quick break. You're watching the Section 5 Class C Football Championship game on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com.
5 seconds left in the half. 1 play left for Bath Haverling, leading the Class C Football Championship game 6-0. In motion is A.J. Bratz. It could be a pitch on the pass, Steve.
Yep.
A.J. Bratz looking deep, pursued, and he's going to get dragged down. The ball is loose, and it's going to be covered, and that's going to probably end the half. But they did try some trickery, and it's recovered. I'm tough to make out that number.
55.
Double nickel for.
No, 56.
Beg your pardon. And it's Ricky.
Yeah, Cole Ricky.
Cole Ricky, I beg your pardon.
He's been there all night. He was there on the last play of the half.
Johnny on the spot, and that'll take us to halftime. And I guess that's technically a turnover for the Haverling Rams.
It is. So 3-1 in the turnover battle. And for what we thought was going to be a high-scoring game, Jeff, has turned into a defensive struggle. And great second half coming up. Can't wait to see how this one flushes out.
6-0 Haverling in the Class C football championship game over ER Gananda. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Muggs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com. If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest. Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today.
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford. Jeff D. Veronica and Steve Bradley on the call. The Section 5 Class C football championship game. The Haverling Rams, third seeded and leading here, heading into the second half. The top seeded ER Gananda Bombers. Steve Bradley, we thought this could be a high-scoring affair. We were wrong, but
to this point,
if you're each coach now, Coach Taranjo from East Rochester Gananda, how do you feel? What are you telling your team at halftime?
Well, I feel okay. I'm not happy about the 3 first-half turnovers, but he and the Bombers have to have a next-play mentality. You probably played as poorly as you could play in terms of turning the ball over and making mistakes you didn't want to make, and you're only down 6 points. You had 7 turnovers all season, 3 in that half. It could be jarring. They have to be mentally tough and move on. I mean, it's a one-score game. You need to come out, get the stop on Haverling here, and do what you've done all season.
And you're one of your game breakers, Chauncey Gilbert, hasn't been able to do much yet, and credit the Haverling defense for that. All right, let's go to the other side of the ball. Matt Ford, what's he telling his Rams as they try to zero on in their 7th Section 5 title in school history and first since beating East Rochester Gananda in 2015?
Put together a long drive here and score. Shorten the game. Haverling comes out here, able to control the clock, pick up 3-4 yards at a time, grind off 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter, be up by 12 or 14 to nothing, and then the pressure really shifts, and East Rochester has to score from that point moving forward.
You know, we talked about earlier in the game, the pregame, really briefly about how much these teams score the ball. 35 points per game for ER Gananda and just almost 31 a game for the Rams. But look at the defense, Steve. The defenses in this game are certainly standing up. The takeaways for the Rams and some of the big stops on 3rd and 4th down.
Absolutely, and the one player on the line, the defensive tackle, Diallo Wallace, he's 6'4", 300 pounds. He was a player to look at. He came in as big as advertised, and he stood up and really led the way along with number 37, Kean McCrae.
And Haverling's going to get the ball to start the third quarter, and on the kickoff for ER Gananda is going to be Manny Sepulveda, who does a lot of their specialty work.
Or who hardly comes off the field at all.
Right, well, he's a busy young man. And there's a boot. It's a low liner, and it's going to go. It's not. It is going to go out of bounds right at the 15-yard line there. So it's a penalty there. Only I believe our third penalty of the game, Steve. So it's been a pretty clean game, very clean, and
very clean and well played. And you'd expect that from two teams who have put together seasons like this. And I think the second half will be more of the same. I really do. I think that this game is going to come down to late in the fourth quarter, and the team that makes the fewest mistakes in the second half is going to come away with a win.
Just got a quick visit here from East Rochester Gananda Superintendent Jim Hall, the former Victor football coach.
And as Jim would say, a good egg. Jim is a great egg, been a long-time friend and advocate for Section 5 sports for a while, and it's great to see him out and about and doing good things for his district.
From the 35, it's Kieran McRae. And it's a good job by the ER defense.
It's number 20 there. That's Caleb Carpenter. And high motor player at the defensive end position, and a young player, just a junior who's had a really great season.
Just a single yard there on that play, and not a lot of running room for either team. Good. Again, we just said the defense have been very stout today on both sides of the ball.
All right, the best running plays for ER Gananda have been the run-pass options for quarterback Carter Lathrop, and really the run by Damian Hall for the touchdown is really the only big play that Haverling's had so far. There's that inside handoff,
and
Jeff.
There's Hall again. There's good running room there, and he's tackled by Sepulveda, and first one to hit him was 55, double nickel there. Britton Dalmadoris, again, who called his name a few times tonight.
Yeah, Britton's having a good game.
Freshman.
And a lot of controlling this double wing or open wing offense is assignment football, and the ends really have to read their keys and stay at home and get to the football. And for a young player, he showed great discipline and been in the right place several times.
3rd and 5 here for the Rams. Coming out to start the second half, nursing that 6-0 lead. Split wide left is number 26, Colin Coots, wide receiver. He's a senior. And shotgun snap here for Yale. Fakes the pitch. Hall, net in the backfield.
Yeah, that's Hunter Groh right there, the inside linebacker, second leading tackler for the Bombers, and he was there almost as soon as Hall got the ball. There was nothing there for Haverling on that play.
Dalmadoros finished him off, and a great stand here by the ER Gananda defense to start the second half. It's going to send A.J. Bratz, the goalkeeper / receiver / punter, back deep to punt.
And he's been a bit of a weapon as a punter, just flipping the field position game, and at the end of the half, the turnover on the punt. So AJ's having his impact felt on special teams here tonight.
There comes the punt. And again, it's going to be a shorter kick, and Gilbert's saying stay away from this one. And another Rams bounce here. It comes back a little bit there. He looks like ER is going to take over at the 21-yard line, covered there for the Rams by number 85. That's Broden Baldwin.
Broden Baldwin, also a soccer player, so he made the trip up today from Middletown this afternoon.
And these guys got an 8:30 state championship soccer game tomorrow match, I should say, in Middletown, which is not close.
No, but you know what? They're probably playing on adrenaline, and so when you're young and you have an opportunity, you want to do everything you can.
So it's called dual participation. They had to apply to do this, and the school board let them do it, to play in both sports. All right, Carter Lathrop, hand up the middle. That's Gilbert with some good running room there. Call it 12 yards for Chauncey Gilbert. And I think it's the longest run of the evening for him.
Yeah, it was, and a great job there by the East Rochester line. It was Damian Hall on the tackle.
Hall and Gavin Buckley combined on that one.
And
Steve,
you wonder what kind of adjustments offensive coordinator Mike Bach made for the Bombers if they switch up their blocking scheme just a little bit to try and create some lanes.
Great first play to start the second half for ER Gananda in the Section 5 Class C championship game. ER trying to win its first one since 2012. In motion, I believe it's Cavanis, and he fakes that handoff, and here comes Lathrop around the right end. Good running room, and he's going to step out of bounds. Another first down for ER Gananda. 2 in a row, and they're on the move here in the third quarter.
Yeah, back-to-back first downs for the Bombers. A good lead there by Lathrop. Just put the ball, tucked it away, followed his blockers around the edge, had good room. And right now you can feel the enthusiasm gathering amongst the ER faithful.
He's got to have over 30 yards on the ground, Carter Lathrop. I think we could see more of that here in the second half. They haven't stopped him yet when he's tried to tuck it and run.
And you'll also see something off of that, because once Haverling starts crashing on him, it'll open up opportunities for other players.
1st and 10 as we approach midfield here. 44-yard line here. It fakes the pitch, and here he goes again. This will look almost like a quarterback draw. Look at the running room and just shiftiness of Carter Lathrop, brought down by big number 71, Yellow Wallace, and Austin Thorius also on the tackle. But not before a gain of almost, looks like 8 yards here. And Carter Lathrop, the runner, maybe let's call it 7. They'll bring up 2nd and 3 here, Steve.
Yeah, and just good execution by East Rochester Gananda. As we've mentioned a couple of times, that quarterback run has been dangerous and it hasn't been stopped. And it's adding another element to the offense. And right now, East Rochester Gananda will take anything it can get.
Justin Moskell, Max Wood, some of those guys up front for ER Gananda getting it done. Gilbert up the middle. He's got some yardage, and very close to a first down. I think it might mark him short, Steve.
I think he's a hair short. Yellow Wallace again at the bottom of the pile with Gavin Buckley. And, East Rochester Gananda trying to find, they marked it as a first down.
Right off the bat, 3 straight first downs for ER Gananda on the move here, Steve, at the 46 of the Bath Haverling Rams.
Yeah, and referee John Scully winds the clock, points it forward, and the Bombers are on the march.
All right, now 3 turnovers this game. The clock moving right along here in the third quarter. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. ER trailing 6-0. Despite those 3 turnovers in the first half. Cavanis in motion. Fakes it. Here comes Lathrop again on another keeper to the right side. He's got running room.
And he stayed in bounds. A great job spinning there. Where are they going to mark him? They're going to mark him right about the 40, Jeff.
Brock Fazy got a hand on him, Steve, but he couldn't do much. And some tough running by Carter Lathrop. And in our pre-interview with Brian Turanjo, he said the running by Lathrop has surprised him.
It has surprised him, and it's been much needed tonight. So now, if you're the East Rochester offensive coordinator Mike Bach, you wonder when do you take your shot? Do you keep going here? Do you stay patient and keep driving down the field? We saw them take a shot in the first half that ended up being intercepted. So
2nd and 5.
This is the interesting dynamic right here. Is where the play call goes.
2nd and 5. This might be that chance right now, Steve. You've got a pretty good manageable yardage here, and it's a handoff up the middle. It's Gilbert. He's going to get the first. No, he's going to get close.
Wow.
And he's dragged back and gang tackled there. Number 1 on the tackle.
Along with 65, Cameron Sager.
Damian Hall and Sager combined on the tackle there. And Gilbert looked like he was going to get that first down. And then, again, he only goes about $140. And they pulled him back, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, I think, here for the Bombers.
It's something that stood out to me all night, Jeff, is just the way that the Haverling defense converges on the ball carrier.
Flies to it, yeah.
They get to the ball carrier quicker. There's been times when you thought there was going to be an opening and more yardage, and all of a sudden there's 2 or 3 tacklers there to stop the play.
So far, more running room on this drive than we saw in the whole first half. So the boys up front for ER Gananda came to play here. Lathrop again. Hand up the middle, and this time it's Letta. He spins off one tackler. And a good tackle from the backside pursuit. Number 23 maybe on the tackle.
Yep. Yeah, that's Miller Vogt that finished off the play. But super run there by Letta. He had a good hold to start. He met some contact. He was able to spin out of it and pick up an extra 5 yards.
Another 4 first downs on this drive by Gananda, and they moved it all the way to the 30-yard line of the Haverling Rams. And you see Letta, who ran that first down, waving to the fans to get him going here for Gananda.
You got those fluorescent green gloves trying to fire up the crowd. Let's go, let's go.
He's saying, can I get some more cowbell, please? In motion is Manny Sepulveda. The handoff up the middle, though. It is Letta once again, keeping the legs churning and reaches out to try to get. He got himself another yard out of that, Steve.
He did, with Brock Brazy making the tackle for Haverling. Although I would think that the coaching staff might tell him to keep the ball tucked in. You extend the ball like that after 3 turnovers in the first half. You don't want to expose the ball and lose the momentum of this effective drive. So that the first possession of the second half for the Bombers.
Pretty good positive gain, though. 4 yards on that brings up a 2nd and 6. And Steve.
Some point they're going to put the ball up.
Sepulveda's going out wide left, single coverage.
Miller Vogt's out there on him one-on-one.
Yeah, you're looking at 6'3" versus 5'7", Steve. But Carter Lathrop's going to tuck and go up the middle again. This time he is plowed over on this one. And Damian Hall, good pursuit on the tackle, and also Gavin Buckley. Once again, those guys have been busy trying to keep Carter Lathrop, who's run the ball like 5 times now on this drive, Steve.
He has, and what the East Rochester offense doing is trying to find matchups, right? By putting Sepulveda out, you take one of the top athletes to go with him, and then you're looking to isolate either Lathrop, and we've seen Letta a couple of times. There's a lot of dynamic players wearing those brown and blue uniforms, and they're all getting opportunities.
We've seen the ER defense stand up. Let's see if the Haverling Rams are going to do it here. Big 3rd and 5 for East Rochester Gananda. It's Gilbert up the middle. He's got a shot, a lot of room, and he jukes one, and a big tackle by Broth, but not before. He puts it right around the 10-yard line. Great blocking, good hard running, and certainly ER Gananda has found something here in the second half, Steve. They are inside. Well, about at the 10-yard line, and a chance to tie this game up. They're going to mark it at the 11.
And if you're Brian Tarango, this is exactly what you wanted to see from your team.
And they're going quick, Steve.
They're going tempo. And did they force a timeout?
Look at the Bombers are waving their hands. They are excited. They know they have the Haverling Rams on their heels, and yeah, it looks like it's a Haverling timeout.
Yeah, just amazing energy here by East Rochester.
What a
coming
turnaround.
Out. But they've got to finish the drive now. They've been almost this close before. Now it's time to score.
You can feel the momentum shift here, just from the emotions on the sidelines of both teams, and that's certainly what you see with them running the ball. That this thing is totally flipped, and they could emerge here with the lead in this game because of the failed 2-point conversion by Haverling.
They could, and right now it's about finishing this drive. They've come out and have not put the ball in the air yet this half. They've converted 4 first downs.
I don't think you do it here until
I think you might see Carter Lathrop keep it again, or maybe go back.
Well, now you got some room to the left side where he's been pretty effective going left. So he's been going right twice this one.
And that's the beauty of that run-pass option, right? The quarterback is the decision maker, and there's also the opportunity to show the ball, pull it out, and pop over the top. And you do have Sepulveda in the end zone, and that's a matchup that could be looked at here.
And they've really chewed off a lot of the clock here, too. We're going to hand up the middle. It's Gilbert this time. Oh, the ball is fumbled again. He tries to pick it up and misses it, and it's smart play.
Smart play.
He couldn't get a hold of it, and Chauncey Gilbert knocks it out of bounds. And
what a big loss, too.
Yeah, but
it's better. They still have the ball.
Now, that was it might have been a bit on the exchange, Steve. Not only you ever really got a handle of that thing, and then he looked like he had a good chance to pick it back up cleanly and couldn't get a handle on it.
Yeah, and obviously with the 3 turnovers in the first half, ball security is the biggest priority.
It's a loss of 12 yards, Steve. It's going to bring up a second and 20. So, all right, a loss of 10, I guess. But I thought
they're
were at the 11,
closer to the 24, and the yardstick is at the 2. So it's almost 2nd and 22.
Yeah, it is. It is 2nd and 22. You see the ER sideline. The guys trying to get the fans into it. And Carter Lathrop and Gang company are going to have to come up with something here. A huge loss on that play.
And they've got power formation to the left, Jeff.
Gilbert, we got maybe we'll delay the game. Let's see what we got. Yeah,
that's the call, delay a game. So now that 2nd and 22 becomes 2nd and 27.
That's 17 yards lost on 2 plays after getting all the way down to the 11-yard line, their furthest penetration of the ball game.
So the key here is not to get greedy, right? It's 2nd down and 27. Try to pick up half of it right here, and that'll put you around the 15-yard line or so, and then you've got 2 chances to get it in.
You definitely are in 4-down territory.
We've seen the ball hang up in the air down here. I think the percentage play is to try and get half of it.
Well, we'll see. We got 2 guys split out wide left. Sepulveda, I believe it's Cavanis. And here's our first pass of the drive. Lathrop's going to put it up high into the air. That is Cavanis, and he makes that catch down at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
I believe that is Miles. Can we confirm Miles Cavanis? Damian Hall on the coverage. And another ball that hung up there, Steve. But Miles Cavanis brought that one in.
He did. He used his size to get position, and then he made a great adjustment on the ball. Again, like you said, the ball was underthrown a little bit, and
almost like a back shoulder throw, Steve.
Yeah, it's interesting that the yardstick says it's 3rd down. The announcer just said it's 1st down. So
it should be if they're at the 1, it should be 1st down.
I think it's 3rd and short, Jeff.
Wow.
The sticks are still up.
I thought they had to get to the 2.
They have not moved the chains
looks
forward.
Like they're at the 2. You're right. It looks like the half-yard line is the 1st down marker, Steve. So here it is. 3rd and 1 for the Bombers. And it's a sneak by Lathrop.
And
What's the surge look like, Steve?
They did push forward. I think that if he only needed to get a half a yard, that he got it. I think we're going to be looking at 1st and goal for East Rochester Gananda here.
No signal yet. Right over center there. That's
he followed 52. That's
Justin Moscow.
Moscow right up the middle.
Senior.
I mean, they'll come in and measure, but it looked to me like Lathrop tucked right behind his center and followed him to the left side.
Either way, I mean, you're going for it even if it's 4th down.
Yeah.
But this would be a huge. What a great comeback after those 2 penalties, or the loss and then the penalty knocked them back 17 yards.
So the chains are out. I've got the binoculars on. Cole Rickey standing over, trying to get a bird's eye look.
Rotz, yeah, and he might be short, Steve.
He is. Wow, he's further short
than I would have thought.
You know.
I thought that's about how far he was off before the sneak.
So
do you sneak it again? Did you send Chauncey Gill over the top? I don't know what you do.
I think your best power runner all night has been Lathrop. They've been had a hard time.
Do you do a bootleg and try to go for 6 here? Try to fool everybody. You know what? The way that Lathrop's running,
you find a way to get 12.
The way Lathrop's been running, I would. No, we're all wrong. Quick snap, and
he's in it.
He's in. He burrowed his way in. Carter Lathrop in for the touchdown for the ER Gananda Bombers. They've evened this ball game up late in the 3rd quarter, and a quick snap, and he went under the pile, Steve.
And what a drive. What a drive by East Rochester Gananda. And the answer to your question is yes. Yeah, you do the same thing over again.
I didn't have a chance to really get an answer on that one.
No, and, sometimes you just let the game tell the story. And fantastic drive. East Rochester Gananda with on the board with 3:34 left.
Manny Sepulveda.
You know what that was? That was more like a Haverling drive than an East Rochester Gananda drive.
Absolutely. Here's Sepulveda. Kick is down. It's blocked.
So we're tied at 6.
Oh, boy.
Wow, great penetration.
Wow, we got to settle down here, Steve. Now we got some excitement. Let's take another break here. You're watching the Section 5 Class C championship game on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com.
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford, where life just got a little better for ER Gananda and our 50-50 winner here with the raffle. Haverling on the return. It's A.J. Bratz, and he's dragged down a bit of a possible horse collar there, and I don't see a flag, Steve, and I bet you that's what the Haverling sideline is asking for.
Miles Cavaness there with he had the big catch on the 2nd and 27 to get East Rochester Gananda inside of the 5-yard line, and there with the big tackle on A.J. Bratz on the kickoff return. Great field position, though, for Haverling. As I mentioned, Jeff, coming into the break, that East Rochester Gananda drive was vintage Haverling. They kept the ball on the ground the whole time.
It was smashed
drove
off.
It down the field, and now
one big pass play, though. That was huge.
They did on the 2nd and 27.
That was quite the march. 70-plus yard drive. And hand up the middle, probably McCray. Tough to see it. And then the pilot just being moved.
Wow, great
Look
surge
at
there.
Haverling Rams moving. And we've got a ball loose. We've got a fumble. And looks like
Michael Daniels came out
of the what a turn in this game, Steve Bradley.
Well, let's wait for the official
We're going to talk about it.
Here.
Let's talk about it. ER says they have it, and they do. And they do. Is that Chauncey Gilbert?
Well, number 2, Michael Daniels, is the one that came out of the pile with it.
Gilbert is limping. That's not good for ER Gananda. And he's going to go to his down to the ground here, down to the turf. Chauncey Gilbert, that'd be a huge loss. And as we sort this all out and Gilbert stays on the turf, hope he's going to be okay. Let's take another break. You're watching Section 5 football on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
Double shot of good news. Chauncey Gilbert ran off the field for the Gananda Bombers, and just after tying it up, they've gotten technically the second turnover a game for Haverling, a fumble on that tough run up the middle, and now they take over with a chance to go ahead here at the 41-yard line of Haverling. Lathrop in the shotgun, pitch to the right, and that's Letta. Run up the right side, he's got some positive yardage and broke.
Ball's out.
And the ball's out again. That fumble was forced by Damian Hall, and they're calling this. Haverling wants it a fumble, and it is a fumble.
It is a fumble. And Hall with just a terrific strip right there. He came from the side right over the top of Letta,
knocked
the ball loose, and huge play. That's exactly what Haverling needed.
Well, it's like we go back to the Wayback Machine here. Just
2 plays ago.
Yeah, 2 plays ago. It's right where we were. And a fourth turnover for Gananda. And yet, again, they still find themselves tied here in the second half of the championship game as we counted down here late in the third quarter, Steve.
Yeah, and Damian Hall made the 2 biggest plays of the game for Haverling, obviously scoring on the 34-yard touchdown and then coming across on the defense there, forcing and recovering that fumble. And
what a switch. And now we've got probably maybe an unsportsmanlike here. Looked like this is
sideline warning, possibly.
Yeah, the flag on the.
Yeah, sideline warning. A lot of emotion right now.
I think.
And East Rochester Gananda has come out energized in the second half. Played a great third quarter.
Coach Strangio standing right next to the official, and hopefully cooler heads prevail. We don't want to see anything more than that.
And now's the time where you remind yourself and your players to play with passion, but don't let emotion get in the way.
All right, Haverling up the middle again, and pile moving again.
That Haverling offensive line, Jeff, the last 2 plays has gotten a lot of push. And, we haven't named them going across, but Ethan Brott, 79, is their open tackle. 65, Cameron Sager.
Hode
Adams in the middle of center. Brock Brizzy at the tight guard, and Diallo Wallace, who we talked about all night.
On both sides of the ball, yeah.
Yeah, is the tight tackle. And if our listeners are wondering, Ethan Bratz is the younger brother of A.J. Bratz.
All right, so it's a 2nd and 6, and Haverling needs to establish something here, Steve. Haven't had the ball much this half. A couple yards there up the middle. Was it McCray
it was
again?
McCray, yeah.
He's gotten he's been a busy man tonight.
And I mean, that's the thing that I love about small school Class C football is that you see great plays by athletes on both sides of the ball, and kids on all these teams and at all these schools are giving all that they have.
Keegan McCray has 7 2-point conversions for this team. You know what that means? He gets a lot of tough yards up the middle.
Absolutely. And this is a big play call here.
3rd and 3 for Haverling, tied at 6, the Section 5 Class C championship game. Pitch out to the right. This is Bratz looking for some running room. He's going to get the first down and more. Up the right sideline. He's got 1 man to beat. He's run out of bounds.
And Manny Sepulveda did a good job of just playing the angle there. Super play on the pitch to Bratz. Big game for Haverling.
It's a 24-yard run by A.J. Bratz. I was just saying he hasn't gotten the ball much. He certainly made the most of that run, turning the corner on the right side.
Kind of big play,
Student
A.J.
Bratz, right? Student Bratz right.
Yeah, big. And, I think that's kind of been the way that he's operated all year. Is, as you mentioned, McCray gets the dirty yards inside, kind of the greasy stuff, and then once you kind of crash the middle, it opens up the sides, and that worked great for Haverling right there.
Minute 32 left here in the third quarter. Haverling on the move. They really needed this after those back-to-back turnovers by both teams. Here we go. Pitch to the left. Bratz left side this time. Looking for blocking up front. Can't find much, but pumping those legs and gang tackled here by the Bombers. And the whistles are blowing. They might want to. All right. It's number 16. We got a flag on the play.
And they're playing. I heard Thurman Thomas say on the One Bills Live the other day, describing Leonard Smith. He played till the echo of the whistle.
And we've got a holding call against Haverling. Caleb Wilcox on the tackle there for ER Gananda. This one's coming back though, and it's a good timing on the penalty for ER because Haverling was on the move here, and they're going to knock back 10 yards. And
so that's a spot foul, Jeff. So it'll be about a 1st and 14 as they walk this off.
You know your football, Steve Bradley.
Well, it's not my first game. You know, or for it's not a rodeo.
No, more than 14, my friend. It's
maybe 16.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a spot foul. I was going on where the flag was placed, but not where the walk-off started.
Well, this could be like 1st and if they adjust it here.
1st and 18.
Yeah,
maybe?
1st and 18 is my guess. Yeah, we got it. 1st and 18 from the 44-yard line.
We're rolling inside of a minute here.
Under
in the third,
a minute
too.
in the third quarter. And fake the pitch and the ball and the exchange. McCray is fumbled.
Number 9. That's number 9. The
Jeremy Blanchard on the recovery.
Defensive end. And the ball handling there, part of the keys to this wing offense is the handling of the ball. And after the fake, he went to pivot, and the ball was knocked loose, and Blanchard was there to take it away.
6th turnover in this game, Steve Bradley, and you'd think it is raining and it is wet the way we're getting all these turnovers.
He basically stole the ball.
Pretty impressive stuff.
And
again, well coached. These guys have seen it all week long. ER takes over now. The cold hands, tough to grip that ball. These guys, I don't think they've played. We've had some bad weather this fall, but never this cold. 48-yard line. The Bombers take over. Carter Lathrop in the shotgun. Motion man to the right. Looks like Gilbert. And here goes Carter Lathrop up the middle once again, spinning. Not much doing there. And looks like number 7, Austin Thorius on the tackle. Senior DT, defensive tackle for the Haverling Rams.
And Jeff, in a game like this where we've had 7 turnovers, once turnovers start happening, both teams are being coached to go for the ball too. They not once, turnovers are, they come in bunches. And once you see 1 or 2, you get hungry, and both teams are being very aggressive in defense and trying to create disruption.
Under 15 seconds out of the third quarter. Probably our last play of the quarter. Lathrop, he might put this one up, Steve. Nope. Why bother? Chauncey Gilbert, right side, pushed out of bounds there by number 21. That's Ethan Narby, who's playing to come up some big plays tonight, including a big fumble recovery. And that's going to bring up a third and
about
short.
4. About 4.
Manageable distance. And we're going to get one more player in the third quarter. 6 seconds left because he went out of bounds. And a lot of room on the wide side of the field, Steve. Do you take a shot here?
No, you've been ball control the whole third quarter. This game's tight. It's going to come down to the wire. You might look for a RPO with Lathrop keeping it. But if they put the ball
let's
in the
just
air,
see. Manny Sepulveda and Miles Cavanis are
that's a long throw out there against Hall.
And it's a fake pitch to the left, and here comes Lathrop. They got this sniffed out, Steve. That's going to be tough running for Lathrop. Kankey gets back probably to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more than that. And that was well defensed. And
Brock Brazy blew that up right from the outset. He was in the backfield as soon as Lathrop kept the ball.
All right, that'll end. We are through with 3 quarters of the Section 5 Class C championship game, and we're all tied at 6. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. We'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves, and we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, "I can help you," there's no better feeling than that.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers.
The Bombers. Decision time for the Bombers. Big 4th and 3 here as we start the fourth quarter. The 45-yard line of the Haverling Rams, and Carter Lathrop has been doing so much in the second half. And it's a hand up in the middle. It's Gilbert, and he has got the first down and more. And I beg your pardon, that's Adrian Letta. Big run there. Wrapped up by A.J. Bratz, but not before a sizable gain of about 15 yards. And that was a big call and a big
call,
first down.
And Letta's made some huge plays tonight, contributions for E.R. Gananda, and no hesitation at all by E.R. Gananda. They're at midfield.
Those quick counts are working for them, Steve.
They're going tempo. They're getting some looks.
34-yard line here. Tied at 6. One play into the fourth quarter, and they've been doing it mostly on the ground here in the second half, other than that one big pass play. They found something, and they're going to probably keep riding it. Here we go. Gilbert up the middle on the right side over right tackle. Bottled up, and looks like number 65 on the tackle. That's Cameron Seeger, the junior for Haverling on the tackle there. A little short gain for the Bombers. Maybe one.
What a matchup, Jeff. I mean, both teams are just leaving it all out there.
We thought it'd be like 46-46, though.
We did, but it's a close game, and every play from here on out is huge. It's going to be a focus on just attention to detail and doing your job.
All right, Sepulveda and Cavanis split wide left.
You might see the pass here, Jeff.
Lathrop here. He's going to look left. He's going to run left, and he's taken down in the backfield. A big sack right there by number 50, William Clark, the junior. 10 tackles for a loss. Let's add another one right there. Boy, he was.
And he shared a sack in the first half, too. It was with Brock Brazy. So he's no stranger to the opposing backfield. A huge, huge play there.
Now another 3rd and long here, 3rd and 15, and I think you got to put this one up here, Steve. Even though, again, you're in 2-down territory, or 4-down territory, I should say, and it's a 39-yard line. This game is up for grabs, and maybe you just try to chunk off half of the 15 here.
Right. They were effective with that seam route to both Sepulveda in the first half and a little bit of Cavanis. I think they are both to this side together. So
we got a timeout. Big play here. Going to talk it over here on the sideline, Coach Taranjo and his offensive unit. We'll take another break. You're watching Section 5 Championship football action on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford. A big 3rd and 15 here for the East Rochester Gananda Bombers. Tied at 6. 39-yard line of the Haverling Rams, and Carter Lathrop in the shotgun formation after a timeout. Trips wide right for Carter Lathrop.
Though, to the near side of the field. Look for the seam route here.
He's going to look back over to the right. Throws it up, and it's defensed nicely there by number 23, Jordan Miller-Vogt.
And Miller-Vogt has been very active in that defensive secondary for Haverling all night long. He's been a huge player for them.
Pass intended, I believe, for Adrian Letta there, Steve. And 4th and 15, and it looks like the punting unit's going to come out. I'll play the field position game here and see if they can pin him down deep here, Steve. Unless, well, you don't want to try to fake with try to make up 15 yards here. But
you're probably not going to catch anybody off guard by running that. But
Sepulveda hit a shaky punt in the first half. He drops back deep here, and A.J. Bratz is deep, standing at his own 8-yard line for Haverling. Sepulveda with the boot here. This one's going to be a low liner, and Bratz going to pick it up at the 3-yard line. He fields it. Would have gone into the end zone. He's going up the left sideline, and he's getting knocked out about the 18-yard line, and
they're going to let
could have
that
been a late
roll.
hit. What are we looking at over there, Steve?
We've got a player down for East Rochester Gananda, but he appears to be getting up. It's number 7.
And we got some rain. We got some precip here, Steve, coming down. If you can see it on your screen there, and unless I'm seeing things.
So solid return there by A.J. Bratz. You're right, the ball would have gone into the end zone. He picked it up, and it's going to be kind of come out in the wash. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20.
Now on our monitor, I can see the rain. I'm looking out from the press box. It's tough to see it. So whatever it is, it can't be that heavy. All right, so it looks like Haverling's going to take over here.
19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line. Set it up here. Tied at 6. 34-yard touchdown run in the first half by Damian Hall. And then a quarterback keeper from the 1-yard line, maybe a 1.5-yard line by Carter Lathrop. Tied it up here in the second half, and here we are. 9:43 left. Up the middle. Tough running again. Is that McCray?
Hard to see a number, Jeff.
Whoa.
They were in that tight set. Nice 5-yard gain for Haverling as we get up from the pile. It is McCray. So
it is McCray. Boy, he has done a lot tonight. That boy's going to sleep well tonight, Steve.
Absolutely.
Big gain. Good gainer on first down. They're going to call it 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4. And Haverling hasn't moved the ball much this half, Steve.
No, they haven't had it long either. They had a turnover on their first play of their first possession and then a turnover on their second possession. I think this is where you look for them to grind it out.
Justin Yale over center. Another handoff to the up back, and it's probably McCray again. And on the tackle there, it looks like to be number 1, was it Gilbert? Chauncey Gilbert.
That was actually Hall that time, Jeff.
It was Hall, I beg your pardon. So number 1 again, tackle number 1. Chauncey Gilbert way up there. Boy, I thought the precipitation was going to hold off till 10 o'clock, Steve.
You know,
chalk it up as another thing I can't do well.
It's November in Western New York, and it's football. It's getting chilly, and why not? Why not slug it out?
So that was enough for first down. 8.5 left to play here, tied at 6. Haverling trying to win its first title since 2015 when they beat this East Rochester Gananda team, which hasn't won since 2012 when they weren't even a combined school. Bratz to the left side, bottled up and forced out of bounds. Not much doing there.
Good job by the Bomber defense there of getting penetration and, yeah, exactly, extending the play, stringing it out, setting the edge.
All right. Clock rolling, 8 minutes here to go, 6-6. 6 turnovers in this ball game when the ball was dry. So now, if you got to tell your skill position players, you got to wrap the ball up. You got defenders going for that ball, and now you got a wet football. All right, Justin Yale over center again. And hand out again, up back McCray, I believe.
I think that was Hall again.
Hall again on the up back.
They got Hall in that C position at the far side of the field.
Damian Hall, okay, and on the tackle, Jordan Richards for East Rochester. All right, it's going to bring up a third down here and about 4 yards. Tough 4 yards.
And a big play for both sides here. If you're Haverling and you don't gain much, I think it would be too risky to punt it. And if you're East Rochester, you don't want to give up the big play.
Yeah, you got to punt this if you're Haverling. Yeah, if they don't get it. Yeah, this is. All right, we'll see. Maybe this coming to the line kind of slow here. Looking it over. It's Justin Yale, the quarterback, and they snap it. As a misdirection. There's McCray on that one, Steve. Bounces off some tacklers, run up the left side. He's going to be close to a first down.
Wow, what an effort to break that tackle in the backfield by McCray.
Yeah, East Rochester Gananda had that well defense, and he just kept running through guys.
So I do think they're going to mark him a little bit short, Jeff.
Decision time for coach.
No, they flipped it over to the first down. So,
wow.
So it was close, but in the end the decision was first down. And this is Haverling doing what Haverling does.
And I tell you what, the way this drive is moving, they could take this thing all the way down really late in the game unless they break one, which we haven't really seen other than the 34-yard touchdown by Hall, which was easily the longest play of the game. We haven't really seen any breakers here yet. Haverling on its own 40-yard line. Gananda defense has been really solid this half. And another handoff up the middle. That is Hall again. And
3 yards again.
3 yards again. Yeah, I think they'll take that every time now. Keeps the clock moving. Keeps the
chains moving. Clock moving. That's and keeps the ball away from East Rochester. He really accomplished 3 things there.
Running up the middle here, Diallo Wallace, good blocking. Cameron Sager, good blocking. I beg your pardon, Brock Brazy and Hoda Adams. Sager, certainly good blocking. Ethan Bratz on that offensive line, and big Diallo Wallace.
And at some point you wonder where if or when fatigue will become a factor, because so many of these players play on both sides of the ball. Who will have the better endurance here to stick it out?
2nd and 6 from the 44. Again the up back, again it's Hall, and again it's positive yardage for Haverling.
And he's going to be to about the 47, Jeff, bring up a 3rd and 3.
Coach Ford using the Tony DeVeronica philosophy. Just keep calling the same play. My old man said he called a play once 10 times in a row in the huddle.
Right, and how many times did they stop it?
They didn't. That's exactly what's happening right now. We got a 3rd and 2. They've gained 3 yards, 4 yards on each carry here so far.
What offense did your dad's team run back then?
A simple one. A very simple one. All right, 3rd and 2. 5:15 left in the Section 5 Class C championship game. Again, the up back. Again, and this time, boy, it's going to be close again,
He got
Steve.
it, Jeff, I think.
Get the
They're
binoculars
marking
out.
him on the other side of the 50, and the chains will move.
That time it was McCray.
And he does not go down at first contact
Keenan
at all.
McCray, tough running boy.
Turns those legs, gets those 2 or 3 extra yards.
Over 800 yards on the ground. Remember, this drive started way back at the 19-yard line.
And they've gotten 3 first downs, and they're exactly on the 50.
And
so it's not like they're running past the chains. They're working hard.
The clock might become a factor for them the way this thing is moving. 4:43 and rolling here. And again, this one's going to pitch out left. It's A.J. Bratz looking for some running room, not finding much. Pushed out of bounds there. It's like number 6.
Sepulveda, I believe.
Caleb Wilcox also on that sideline, yeah.
But A.J. Bratz showed great patience there, Jeff. Just the fact that he got something there is better than what it looked like in the beginning, because as he started to move in the backfield, it didn't look like there was anything there. And the one thing that Haverling doesn't want is a 2 or 3 yard loss. They got a 2 yard gain, so that's a +4 really.
Yeah, for sure. And that one actually stops the clock, which is probably what both coaches want at this point. You don't want the clock to become a factor if you're Haverling here. The way they're moving this, 3-4 yards at a time. They're answering smash mouth with smash mouth, Steve.
They are, and it's old school slugging it out.
Hand off up the middle again. This time it's Hall. He's going to get 3-4 yards again, falling forward, and just power running here. And I tell you what, you got to give a lot of credit to those big guys up front.
Right, and I was just thinking the same
Ethan Bratz,
thing. Ethan Bratz, and it looked like Brock Brazy was a guard that pulled there to help open that up, and Cameron Sager. So
this is like deja vu. The 3rd and 4. This is where they were, 2 plays ago. So
who used to coach here at Cal Mum?
Mike Monticelli.
What would he call this game?
A slobber knocker.
And that's what we got right now.
He once said that to me, and I quoted him in the paper. I still remember it, a slobber knocker. This is just line them up in power football, unless they try some trickery here. 3rd and 4 for Haverling. Justin Yale barking out, and there's that little trickery, and there's McCray.
The whistle stopped the play. It looked like that counter there was room there.
Gananda's pointing. Yeah, it is a procedure
call. That's a little pre-snap violation.
Boy, that is
procedure.
That's bad timing there for Haverling. They had things rolling, and now it's a much different 3rd down now. 3rd and 9 with 3:40 to go. And the guy's getting all the work was the guy that scored the touchdown for Haverling, Damian Hall, with that 34-yard burst off right tackle. And they're just lining up and powering through the line right now. But I don't know, mate. Do you put this one in the air? You're in midfield. Is it 4-down territory? There could be some decisions here for Coach Ford.
He does say that he's opened up the offense a little bit more. Maybe that would give you the element of surprise.
Boy, Yell has not put this ball in the air much today.
He hasn't. I think you do look to get the ball in the hands of a playmaker, and that's you're thinking Bratz, you're thinking Hall, and then right there they went with the counter to McCray, and it looked like they had something there.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout here, and we'll take a timeout on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
We welcome any new viewers who've been watching some other Section 5 action on your computer, or maybe you're just arriving home. We've got ourselves a great finish here. Tied at 6 in the Class C championship game, and it's a big 3rd down and 9 for the Haverling Rams. Justin Yale, the quarterback, he's going to drop back. He's going to put it up, Steve, the left-hander, rolling left, getting some pressure, and forced out of bounds. I think he threw out of bounds, and they're called grounding. Forced out of bounds by Hunter
Groh, the linebacker and fullback for Rochester Gananda.
He just flipped it out of bounds. We had intentional grounding.
So that'll cost them extra yardage?
So back-to-back penalties, and what's been a very clean game for both teams, and that's going to be costly. Loss of down. So a big play there. It's going to go. They're going to lose the down and lose some yardage here, Steve. It'll be 4th down, 3:08 to play. A game, folks, that we've seen 6 turnovers. The defenses have really stood up. Both of these teams average over 30 points a game, but certainly turnovers have played a big factor. The weather's been pretty good till lately, and now it looks like the precipitation has stopped. But some hard hitting, some good tackling, and some good defense. Lost it down. It's right. We're going to march it back, and you're going to have to punt this ball away if you're Haverling. A.J. Bratz, the soccer goalkeeper who woke up this morning in Middletown, New York, and played in goal for the undefeated Haverling soccer team, who won 7-0, and will play for a state championship tomorrow. He's going to punt the ball, just like I'm sure he punted the ball today in soccer. Back deep again, Gilbert, who fumbled one punt today. We'll see what happens here. It's a good boot. Heading toward the sideline and out of bounds. They didn't want any part of Gilbert.
They didn't, and I'm not sure Gilbert wanted any part of the ball
no,
either.
It was way out of bounds. That was way out of bounds.
So they're going to mark it at the 28. They're going to have 72 yards to go, 3:03 to play, and we will be back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Muggs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org.
We're back. And here, so is East Rochester Gananda here, taking the ball over, 3:03 to go, tie ball game. Chauncey Gilbert off the left side, got some running room. He can take it if he gets some more space. It's a big gainer, up 14 yards. Chauncey Gilbert brought down by Damian Hall and Kean McCray in the defensive backfield. And now we're seeing, we talked about fatigue, we talked about game breakers, and they might have the biggest one on the field right now if they can get Chauncey Gilbert into space, Steve.
They might, and we've seen him struggle all night. The East Rochester line did a great job opening up that hole for him.
And Hall, it looks like it could be a cramp here. Damian Hall is hurt. Let's take a break, come back, and we'll tell you more about it. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford. Jeff DeVeronica and Steve Bradley. We got ourselves a great finish. 2:56 to go. Tied at 6, and a big play there, Steve. Damian Hall, big on both sides of the ball, defensive backfield and in the running backfield, goes out with looks like a knee injury for Haverling, and that could be a big factor here if we get into overtime or even if we don't get into overtime.
Absolutely, Jeff. He's been one of the top playmakers for Haverling all night, and we'll see what this does for East Rochester.
Gilbert almost broke the last one up the middle, couple yards, maybe 3 there. He's been big in this half. East Rochester Gananda is doing almost exclusively on the ground this half. You see Carter Lathrop keeping those hands warm inside of his jersey. He's been big running the ball, and East Rochester Gananda has the ball and a chance to win its first Section 5 title since 2012. That's before the merger, 1 year before the merger. No?
No. The merger took place in the early 2000s.
I beg your pardon.
They've been together almost 20 years, but it's still a great chance to end that streak for the Bombers.
Gilbert again off the left side this time, getting
dragged
dragged down
by Diallo
Wallace has had his handprints, those big handprints. He's 6'4", 300 yards. That's the second time he's wrapped up Gilbert.
But that was about the quickness right there, because it looked like Gilbert was going to turn the corner, and he just smothered him.
I tell you what, I don't know who's recruiting that young man, but somebody should be if they're not. 6'4",
sure.
300, and he's got some pretty good movement up front for Haverling. All right, so 3:10, 150 to go. Clock's certainly a factor here. Looks like we very well could be headed to overtime unless we get a big play, Steve.
Yeah, and ER certainly has players capable of making big plays. I think this might be a chance where to see the ball get in the air and look to Manny Sepulveda to make a play.
But if you stop them, we're going to get a timeout here on ER Gananda. They're going to call a timeout and run something here. All right, we'll reset when we come back. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
We are back at Caledonia Mumford in the Section 5 Class C Championship ball game. It's a great one. We're going to have a great finish, whether it's regulation or overtime. Looks like we probably could be headed to overtime, Steve Bradley. It's a big third down play, 3rd and 10 with 93 seconds left for ER Gananda.
I'm not ready to jump in that boat yet. Just a huge play here. We'll see what East Rochester Gananda is able to do.
Main target, Sepulveda, wide left. That seam route has been there. He's looking that way. And he's thrown it up over the top, and that's Cavanis, and it's almost picked off again by A.J. Bratz. Broken up on the play, off his fingertips, and I know you want to get the ball back here, but and that's the young man that played goalie in the state semifinal soccer match this morning.
So that game ended early. Maybe this game will go over. That was stopped by a lightning delay. It did look like they ran a combo route in this side Miles Cavanis went deep. Sepulveda did run a little bit of the slant there. That read looked like it might have been there.
Bratz is shaking his head. You know, the interception would have been right about where he's standing now, deep on the punt. Sepulveda, who had some trouble in the first half on a punt, he's back deep to punt the ball away for the Gananda Bombers. A pretty good push
rush right there.
Nearly blocked. See what kind of roll we get here. And Bratz will let this one roll.
The first East Rochester Gananda roll of the night.
And they needed it, boy. This is going to go inside the 10-yard line all the way down to the 9, and 1:14 to go. I think if you're Haverling here, Steve, you just got to hand the ball off and let's go to overtime.
You do. Each team has one timeout left, so the time will move quickly. The biggest thing right now is ball security.
Which has been a problem tonight.
And
1 interception and 5 fumbles.
And both teams combined. Haverling has taken care of the ball for the most of the game. They just had a little flurry here in the second half. But they also run that offense where if they find a seam, they could get a big play early. It's not like you're looking for it, but you'll take it if it emerges.
All right, well, we'll see how Coach Ford plays it. And it looks like you're at your own 9-yard line. You're looming overtime. Coin flip, give you the ball. Justin Yale over center, and he's going to just do a sneak. It looks like we're going to try to get in overtime here. And, yeah, he's going to be taken down. And, well, maybe not. They're going to blow it dead there. And I don't know if you – clock is rolling. No one's taking the timeout.
But
here.
I do think the best news about that is that Damian Hall was back in the game.
That is good news.
He had just left a couple of minutes ago.
If you're a Haverling fan, Steve.
Well, or, health of the youngster.
You know what? Absolutely. And if you're Gananda, you're playing a full-strength team. And, you have to wonder how much A.J. Bratz has left in the tank. For all he's done today, playing in a state semifinal soccer match this morning, and now driving 4.5 hours to Caledonia, and now what's he got left? He's one of the deep backs right now. Looks we'll probably get probably take a knee here, another sneak. At this point, I'd take a knee. 25 seconds left. It's a handoff up the middle. And that will probably do it.
And that he was stopped there by Caleb Carpenter. And
some good young defenders on this Gananda team.
So I think we're going to have some bonus football, Jeff.
We are definitely going to have bonus football. So if you're just arriving home and you went out and watched your favorite team and you're joining us now on the Varsity Media Sports Network, welcome. Jeff DeVeronica and Steve Bradley going to take you into overtime here. Steve, best game of the day in Section 5 football.
We got it.
Only overtime football game, Section 5 championship style. And we'll take a break and reset you. We'll get you all the overtime procedures. You're watching Section 5 Championship Football on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. We'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at the Pittsford Pub SectionSports.com.
Over the middle, he's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
With a trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haverling. What a catch!
Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Make it! Touchdown! Touchdown East!
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford. If you're just joining us, you've missed a great ball game, but we've got a great finish coming up for you. We are into overtime in the Class C championship game. ER Gananda trying to win his first title since 2012, and getting some revenge on a team that prevented him in 2015, the first of 3 consecutive championship game losses for the Bombers. Steve Bradley, please tell us about these overtime rules.
So, Jeff, each team they're going to have a coin toss, and then in overtime, each team will have the chance to possess the ball. They'll start on the defensive team's 20-yard line, and it'll be the chance to score. If you get a first down, you keep the possession. If there's a turnover, the possession is thwarted, and the other team will take over the ball. And then they play through to see who wins the game.
And from what we've seen, we don't expect anyone to attempt a field goal, right? So we don't have to even think about the field goal rules, right? It's not the NFL where if you kick the field goal.
I would think that the only opportunity would be if East Rochester Gananda stop Bath and then faced a fourth and goal from the 5 or something.
Sepulveda is their kicker.
But I think that would be the exception.
Blocked.
But they did have the extra point blocked.
Yeah. So here's how we got the 6-6: a 34-yard touchdown run in the first half by Haverling. Damian Hall, who just came back on the field after being injured late in this game. We thought maybe it was a cramp. Hopefully it was. He's back. East Rochester Gananda turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, 4 times in the first half.
Three times in the first half, and then their first drive of the second half, a monster drive, culminated with a 1-yard run by quarterback Carter Lathrop, and 3:34 to go.
And it was a long, like a 70-yard drive, almost exclusively on the ground except for a big third down pass. And it's been both teams in the second half been both back and forth on the ground. And the extra points, they're huge, obviously, in this game because look at where we are. Haverling had a run fail, and they don't usually kick their extra points, and the Bombers do. Gananda does. Manny Sepulveda, great penetration on the defensive line, and he had no chance to get the ball in the air,
right.
And the kick was blocked. So that's how we're at 6-6. Bath is trying to win its first title since they're 6th overall.
2015.
And that's when they beat ER 40 to
34 in a shootout at what was known as Salem Stadium.
That was the first of 3 consecutive losses in the championship game by ER Gananda. And it looks like here's our flip. And did we see who won it? Did we get a signal yet? ER won it, and they're going to obviously take the ball.
No, you defer.
They deferred.
You always play defense first. I would be shocked if they didn't. Because then you know what the other team did and what you need to do to win the game.
Well, Bath's not going to, Haverling's not going to kick a field goal. But in any event, let's see what happens.
No, but if you stop them, do you need to go for 8? Do you need, 7? I mean,
gotcha.
But if you stop them, you need 6.
Gotcha.
They're switching ends of the field, though. So this would break a lot of jinxes here for ER Gananda if they could pull this thing out, right? 3 times at the number 1 seed in the last decade, they went to the championship game and lost. Close games, 36-34 to Bishop Kearney, 40-30, like I said, 2015 to Haverling, and then 27-26 to Calma and Byron Burgeon in 2017. So a lot on the line for both teams here, obviously, and we know that for many, many reasons, this is a game that ER Gananda wants to win, and certainly for the Haverling Rams too. A chance to they've already to win a Section 5 soccer championship and a football championship in the same season. And I just found out from Coach Matt Hill, the soccer coach, he just texted me the whole team's watching the game on live stream. So, all right, handoff up the middle. It is Damian Hall back in there and good yardage up the middle. Wow, that's a great first play for Haverling there, and I don't think they're going to change a thing. They were grinding out first downs towards the end of the game, and they're getting 10 yards at a time. And Michael Daniels was there to finish the play.
And ER Gananda's going to have to do something because you're exactly right. The last drive, Haverling was moving the ball, I don't want to say at will, but they were 2, 3, 4 yards every single time. There were no negative plays.
And they were being effective. The only negative play was the penalty.
Yeah,
and that stalled the drive.
They did string one out, but if you're Haverling now, why go wide? You just go up the middle and use power football. So the Gananda boys who are a little undersized are going to have to dig in. Up the middle again, and they got great penetration there.
They did, right at the bottom of the pile, getting up
Gray
there.
was tripped up, Steve.
Yeah, that was 55, our Britton Delamadoris.
Yeah, a great play by the freshman there. 5'7", 145. Like I said, undersized. Quickness helps. So does the strength under that
Shot
pile.
the gap and took the legs.
Well done there. So we've got ourselves a big 3rd and 4. Don't need to look at the clock anymore, folks. It's not going to have any more time. It's all about what happens on the field with that oblong ball and see if they can move it. All right, 3rd and 4.
They've got the tight formation, and McCrae's over in the wing position again. The last time they had this, they ran a counter.
He's going to pass. The left-hander up top, going looking deep, and it's just over the outstretched hands of number 33, Gavin Price. They're looking for Price, and number 1, Chauncey Gilbert, who's played a really good second half after a couple shaky moments in the first, including that fumbled punt. He's been terrific here in the second half.
That was a gutsy play call there by the Rams. They
went
were going
for
the win there. And, hey, you're at that stage where you play to win.
And they got one more. They got another shot at it. 4th and 4 to either get the first down or get the 6 points. See the East Rochester guys urging their crowd to get up. It's number 49, Hunter Groh, one of the linebackers that's played such a great game. And here we go, 4th and 4. What's it going to be for Coach Ford and the Haverling Rams? Yale, and it's that little counter play. McCrae's got the running on the right side, tripped up, goes off one, and I think he's in for the first down.
Oh, yeah, he got
definitely first down yardage.
And Miles Kavanaugh saved the touchdown there.
Yep.
Got the shoulder on him. And we've seen them run the counter. It's kind of been a go-to play for them. McCrae's been their go-to guy. And Cavanish just got enough of him to knock him down. But Bass knocking on the door. They're on the 3-yard line.
Position A right on the 3-yard line. And now the Gananda defense, which stood up in the first half after they turned the ball over a few times, is going to need to come up with something here in the trenches because they're kind of getting blown off the ball a bit, Steve.
Yeah, and that was a great play call and great execution, too, getting the defense going in the other direction.
I don't think we're going to see the ball in the air the rest of the game for these guys. I guess if you're going to go A.J. Bratz left side, trying to turn the corner, and he is in for the touchdown. A.J. Bratz from 3 yards. The big goalkeeper this morning out in Middletown is in for the touchdown to put him ahead. A.J. Bratz, what a day for that young man.
What a day and what a run, Jeff. He showed great patience as he headed towards the outside. That hesitation allowed him to get enough time to get to the corner and kind of scoot into the end zone just inside the pylon.
Gananda had done a pretty good job on the last drive stringing that play out. They couldn't get there this time, and he's got a little left in the tank after driving all that way.
He has something left in the tank, and sometimes this offense is predicated a lot on what happened the play before.
Now we're going to see what happens with the extra point here, and we're going to take a break before we do that. So we'll take a break here at Cal Mum. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
Haverling served first and put it in the end zone. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. 12-6 lead in the Section 5 Class C championship game. A.J. Bratz, who, if you're joining us late, woke up this morning in Middletown, New York. He's the goalkeeper on the unbeaten soccer team, which won a state semifinal this morning, 7-0. Got into a car with one of his teammates and drove all the way over here to Cal Mum. One of those, Brody Baldwin, the other soccer player. This is their primary sport. They designated, and they're here for the championship game, and we'll see what they can do. They tried to run the last time on the 2-point conversion and didn't get it. They've had a lot of success here in the second half, Steve. There's that same counter play, and this time, a big hit. Big hit by the Bombers there, 51, I think it was. Jordan Richards, who's had a terrific ball game, junior linebacker. What a big hit there, and that could be very critical.
Well, East Rochester Gananda has to score, but the defense made the play it needed to make. Haverling is very familiar with the two-point conversion. They have converted 17 this season, and they had gone to Miller Vogt 4 times. He had 4 successful two-point conversions. This time they ran the counter, and Jordan Richards there waiting, and a great tackle, a big-time play at a big time. Big hit, and now E.R. Gananda is going to have to try to move the ball and get the ball in the end zone. They know, like you said, they know what the task is at hand, and it's got to be getting that end zone where it says Raiders. All right, been very good on the ground the whole second half. Gilbert's been getting loose off tackle. We'll see what they can do. They also have that passing ability if they need it. Cavanis in motion. Hand up the middle. It's Chauncey Gilbert. Misses one, makes one guy miss. He gets to the corner on the outside. Chauncey Gilbert, and he's pushed out of bounds by number 21. A touchdown saving tackle right there. What a great play by Ethan Narby, and what a great run. Chauncey Gilbert. Great start for the Bombers there. They had struggled to get Gilbert going, and then on the first play of overtime, the blocking was there. He ran across the field, and they're right knocking on the door now. 1st and goal at the 2. One play, 18 yards, and they are right there. One over 1,000 yards on the season in this ball game, and we'll see. This is where they ran the sneak a couple times. It's at the 2-yard line. I'm not sure. I mean, why not the same play, right? Do what Haverling did. The full house backfield there, Steve. Off the right tackle again, Gilbert, and he is in for the touchdown. And now E.R. Gananda has a chance to exercise the demons. We're tied at 12, and a conversion of any kind here, kicking it or running it. What are they going to do, Steve? I think they're going to put it on the foot of Manny Sepulveda. I think he's coming out onto the field. Really? And I think that's, if you're more comfortable with that, they've done it all year. The success of running the ball in the second half would make me wonder, maybe we just go power again here. If you're ER, though, the best thing is only good things can happen from here. You can win the game. Lose. And the worst thing is you get the ball back on the 20 in about 3 minutes, and you get to go again. It's like having a 21 in blackjack. You can't lose. They can tie you. Well, they're going to talk this over, and we'll take a quick break as we try to figure out and get into the mind of the ER Bombers. All right.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
We're back, Section 5 Class C Championship. The ER Gananda Bombers are going to try to kick this extra point and kick their way into a championship for the first time in 9 years and to avenge a loss in the 2015 championship game to Haverling. Manny Sepulveda, he missed. He had one blocked. I would say he missed it. He had a PAT kick blocked earlier in the second half, and here we go. Snap is good, down, and it's blocked again.
Smothered by number 50.
And not even a chance. The line let them down on that one, Steve.
William Clark just came in and smothered that. It looked like the snap from number 8, Carter Lathrop. Carter Lathrop's the quarterback, and he's the long snapper on extra points. The hold looked like it got down, but the blocking just wasn't there. And the great penetration by the Haverling line, and we're going to play in a second overtime.
12-12. Do it all again, folks. Let's gear up. Deal or deal me another hand. Let's go.
So now, if East Rochester scores a touchdown, they got to go for 2 because they know Haverling will go for 2. The whole thing shifts.
Okay. I got you. 12-12. What a ball game. What a ball game. So much on the line for both teams. And that window to get back to Middletown, it gets shorter and shorter for those 2 soccer players who are playing football here for Haverling. Wow. Tremendous. I'm not. They've moved the ball well on the ground. I just. We'll see what happens.
You would have gone for 2.
I would have tried to run the ball there. I would have tried to run the ball.
Les Miles is Devo, or the part of Les Miles.
I don't know. I just, they've done well on the ground in the whole second half. Yeah, we'll take a quick break. Come back. You're watching Section 5 Championship Football on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest. Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today.
Welcome back to Caledonia Central Schools. I'm Jeff DeVeronica alongside Steve Bradley, and we are watching a fantastic Section 5 football championship game. Both teams scores touchdowns on their first possession in overtime. Both teams can't get the conversion in. Haverling tried to run it in, and ER Gananda tried to boot it in, and both failed. So now, Steve Bradley, as you explained earlier, now the possessions, they don't.
There's another coin toss. So I thought that they were going to alternate possessions, but they've got the captains back out at midfield.
So Haverling got the ball first in the first overtime. We'll see what happens here. Do we have an indication?
It looks like ER won the toss again and is going to defend.
So they want to have that knowledge again of knowing whether or not they have to go for one or two. And obviously Haverling doesn't really kick extra points.
Right.
So they can go for the win of the tie, obviously. But if you've had 2 extra points blocked kicking the ball, like
I think both teams are going for 2 from here on out.
So I don't know, Steve. I think
East Rochester looks like they're coming out on offense.
Going on the field,
so
yeah.
I don't know if they automatically alternated or there was another coin flip. It was hard to tell, but ER offense has a lot of momentum right now. And I think after that run by Gilbert, we're going to see them continue to do what they did the whole second half.
The first play of the first overtime for ER Gananda, Gilbert almost took it to the house, went 18 yards to the 2-yard line. We'll see what happens here. Carter Lathrop, the senior quarterback, sets Cavanis in motion. He's going to fake it, and he's going to keep it to the right side. Gilbert trying to get out and block for him. He's got some room, and he's dragged down.
And a horse
collar, yeah. That's unfortunate there. He could have just taken him out. It's number 37. That's McCray, who's had a terrific ball game on both sides again. Didn't want him to turn the corner, and he had the corner. And again, if you're joining us late, Carter Lathrop turned into quite the runner early in the second half here. And, horse collar. So
that'll be half the distance and 1st and goal.
So another very productive first play in overtime. And, it kind of keeps these guys a little fresher for ER Gananda, too, these offensive players. Even though there's a lot of guys that go both ways, but still, the momentum seems to be with ER Gananda, especially after a bit of a deflating kick, right? Now you get back out there, you get a great positive first play. So now it's the Haverling defense that has to stand up and see what they can do. And they've done a great job most of this game.
And the Bombers have answered the bell all night. They had a tough first half, let's be honest. And they came out with energy and momentum in the second half, and they've been able to sustain it for the entire second half of the game.
All the way down to the 7-yard line here. And lots of tricks in the bag here for Coach Taranjo.
Just a slugfest, Jeff.
It's Gilbert up the middle, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. 2 plays, 20 yards. Chauncey Gilbert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the ER Gananda Bombers, they're looking right now. Lathrop are talking about what are we going to do here for the extra point. They're saying 2.
So now you look for the play call. The run's been really effective.
Deuces in the air for ER Gananda. They're going to try to put the screws here to Haverling and try to force them not only to get the touchdown, but then get the conversion.
Right. And
2 chances to stop them.
Again, we talked about it at the end of the first overtime. You had more of a choice. Here you have to get the 2 so that the worst case scenario, you're going to a 3rd overtime.
I'm calling some sort of Carter Lathrop run here, Steve.
All right.
Gilbert's been good. Lathrop's been good. I think you fake the handoff, and Carter Lathrop's going to have some extra blockers. We've got some really weird motion here in front. Fantastic. This is Lathrop all day long, Steve Bradley.
Quarterback draw.
He's rolling out. RPO, buddy. He's going to throw it deep into the end zone. It is caught. I believe it's caught by Cavanis in the back of the. Oh, was he out of bounds? Oh, I beg your pardon. Boy, from my angle, I thought he caught that ball. Really good looking pass. Really good looking play, Steve.
It was a gutsy play call, and that's the second time there's been an apparent or a controversial call down in that end zone that has not gone East Rochester Gananda's way.
So they're saying he didn't have possession.
Well,
wow,
it's great play by the D-back. So, again, now you know what you're up against. You get a stop, you win the game, and you give up a touchdown. You have to stop a third 2-point try. So
well, now here we go. The punch and the counter punch. See what happens. 18-12. ER Gananda trying to win its first Section 5 title. First time I believe they've led, Steve Bradley.
First time all night.
Yeah. Here we go. Justin Yale, pitch left. A.J. Brott, there he is, looking left side. That's the one that scored it last time, and this one gets strung out. Couple yard gain there, and a run out of bounds. It's number Hunter Groh.
Right, and Bratz has shown great patience on his carries tonight. Again, it looked like there was good penetration by the Bomber defense.
He's needed to, right?
Miles Cavness had a shot at him. Bratz was able to elude that tackle, pick up 2 yards, and as we've seen with Haverling all night, they 2 or 3 yards, they're comfortable with that. They just line up and run another play.
2nd and 8, remember. 2nd and 7. They can get a first down, or they can put it in the end zone, or they can get stopped. We'll see what happens. ER Gananda defense has played big all night long, and they need to come up a couple more plays. Up to the up back. That's Damian Hall. Tries, bounces it out left side. Can't get it done. A host of tacklers. I think it was met first there by Caleb Wilcox. Yeah, nice job by the strong safety coming up, filling the hole, and stuffing that thing.
Yeah, he set the edge there, and he just squared up with Hall and was able to meet him right at the point of attack, Jeff, really, and just minimize that play. So now 3rd and 8. This is where it gets a little trickier for Haverling. They're not as comfortable with these longer downs and distances.
3rd and 8. You can see the ER Gananda kids waving their arms, trying to get their crowd into it. The faithful from ER Gananda are here, and then you hear the cowbells. They are up and at it. All right. And now it's shotgun time for Justin Yale.
We got McCray at the near side of the field in a wing back
position. And you got
position.
Bratz in the backfield, too. He's going to look.
We got
a blown dead here.
Pre-snap.
We've had a couple of procedure calls against Haverling. And what do we got, Steve?
It looks like a timeout, Jeff. Timeout, East Rochester Gananda.
Interesting.
Well, and I think that the alignment was a different formation than they've seen. And we'll talk about this big 3rd down when we come back from the break. You're watching the Section 5 Class C football finals on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com.
Welcome back to the Section 5 Class C Championship football game, live from Caledonia, Mumford. Jeff DeVeronica and Steve Bradley. We have witnessed a fantastic ball game. Here's the table. We got 3rd down and 8. Haverling's got to score to extend this game, or it's over, and ER wins. Steve, what just happened on that last penalty call?
I think that was a great timeout by the East Rochester Gananda squad. They weren't comfortable with the alignment. They had moved some players around, including Kean McCray, who's been a key to that offense all night, so they wanted to make sure that they were set.
And there's that play, Steve. And they shut it off this time. McCray gets stopped. That's been a very successful play. Double nickels again. Britton Dalmadoros, the freshman. Boy, this kid's coming up big.
Now, does it get any better than this?
Here we go.
4th down. Haverling needs
he lost a couple yards.
10 yards to extend the game. East Rochester Gananda defense has been there all night. This is their chance to walk it off.
And this is a Haverling team that doesn't put the ball in the air much. Can you get 10 yards on the ground? I don't know. This is a really difficult call for Coach Ford. And ER Gananda feels like they're on the brink. The crowd's going nuts. The kids on the sideline are going nuts. And we'll see what happens. Wow, what a ball game. All comes down to this.
And they're coming out in the tight set. I'd watch 26 at the top of the screen, Jeff. That's the tight end.
All right, he's going to roll left. The left-hander roll left. He pursued deep in the end zone, and that's going to be... I can't tell.
Incomplete.
The ball is loose. The East Rochester Gananda Bombers have made history. The first team to win 11 games in school history and the first championship team in 9 years coming back to win this ball game 18-12 here at Caledonia Mumford. Congrats to Gananda. What a great ball game. What a great win.
Warm up the fire trucks. There's another title coming to the home of champions.
Wow, what a great ball game.
And defense did it all night, Jeff.
I couldn't tell if that ball had gotten over the defense and hit the receiver laying on the ground, who's still there actually. But I tell you what, they rolled the dice. They knew they were going to get 10 yards on the ground. East Rochester had stacked the deck, and they went for it all.
Just the game of the night, and we'll take a break and come back and recap it here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
Welcome back to Caledonia Mumford. We have caught our breath, and we hope you and our viewing audience here have done the same. We witnessed a tremendous ball game, 18-12. East Rochester Gananda comes away with its first Section 5 championship since 2012, their 5th overall title. Let's count them down, Steve. 1978, 1984. Look at these kids running around. It's fantastic there. We got our cameras on them. 1985 and 2012. Steve, this is let's talk about that last play because we don't have a replay, but I think the pass did reach the receiver kind of laying on the ground in the end zone, and he couldn't just bring it in. So I don't know if it really was broken up, but it just couldn't connect.
Right, and they needed 10 yards. They went for it all in the end zone. Looked like they had a matchup with the tight end, the receiver on the outside. That's Colin Coots. 26 was lined up out there, and East Rochester Gananda had good coverage. It's just tough to get 10 yards when you need it, and defense was the story of the day in this game. We thought it was going to be offense, but both teams 6-6 at the end of regulation. And I think the key to the game was East Rochester offense found its running game, was able to get Chauncey Gilbert going in overtime, and then the defense was able to stay the course and make the big plays at the big times.
The line came up big, gave Carter Lathrop some running room. We are going to stick right here for you, all you East Rochester Gananda fans. We're going to show you the presentation here. But they gave Carter Lathrop to get some rhythm in the running game early in the second half. You got to give credit to that East Rochester Gananda line. They opened up some holes, and then it kind of eventually Chauncey Gilbert got loose.
It did, and it took some time, and I think some adjustments were made at halftime because the running game for East Rochester Gananda was stifled in the first half. They had some turnovers, and they came out in the second half, kept their composure, played a clean second half, and just really this was a heavyweight fight, and the Bombers ended up being the last team standing.
Fantastic competition on both sides of the ball for both teams, and obviously hats off to the Haverling Rams, a tremendous game, and their soccer team still has a chance to win a state title tomorrow morning, but obviously it didn't turn out the way they wanted. A gritty game. They went up 6-0 on that 34-yard touchdown run by Damian Hall in the first half. E.R. Gananda, again, the defense. You just pointed to his name, Britton Delmadoros. The freshman was big. Hunter Groh was big, number 49 on defense. We called Jordan Richards his name quite a bit.
Caleb Carpenter and Cole Rickey. He's the heart and soul.
Absolutely. And, you know, again, they turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, and they're only down 6-0. Very fortunate. Talk about resilience. Talk about grit.
Next play mentality, right?
They hung in there. They finally tied it up on a great drive in the second half. Didn't go to the air game at all that they've done so well. I mean, think about how prolific they've been in the air this year. 23 touchdowns for their quarterback, Carter Lathrop. and they were stifled. The passing game was stifled for the last 3 quarters of this ball game.
Right, and instant classic, right? This is one that both.
Apologies to the other Section 5 championship football games, but we had the only overtime game. So
double overtime if we're
double overtime, and we're calling this the best one. And obviously, congrats to ER Gananda. Again, the number 1 seed. Jinx is now busted up. They were the number 1 seed in 15, 16, 17. Lost every time in the championship game to Haverling, 40-30. 2015, 2016, 36-34 to Kearney, and then in 2017, Kalmon Byron Burgum clipped them 27-26. So they were on the losing end of not these kids, but the coaching staff, Coach Tarango, right?
I think that's where you got to go, right? Brian Tarango,
Lifer.
Dennis Greco's, 100%. Been there since 1993. And Dennis Greco's side, offensive coordinator. Now he's the head coach.
Teacher.
Coach T, as he's known to all the kids in town. And, this is a long time coming for him. He got the reins of the program 4 years ago, followed a popular man in Dennis Greco, and they brought it home tonight. And,
and we talked to him a couple days ago. It's a pre-interview, and he said, I really want to win this game more than any other game I've ever coached in. And that tells you all you need to know. So congrats to them, to all of them.
So we're giving a couple postseason awards. It looked like Diallo Wallace was the outstanding defensive lineman in the game. A.J. Bratz, the outstanding defensive back.
Who's still probably, I'm going to guess, I know he's dejected. You can tell it right there from
outstanding offensive player of the game from East Rochester, Gananda, number 8, Carter.
Carter Lathrop goes as the outstanding offensive player of the game.
What a dream season for this young man. In August, the kid didn't know he was going to be the starting quarterback, right? And he found out he was going to be. Someone transferred. Hey, and what did Coach T tell him?
Hey, he's got I've got all the faith in the world in you. You're my guy.
CG, baby, Chauncey Gilbert, who's been such a game breaker, and boy, was he great in overtime, Steve.
He was, and he didn't do it by himself. His linemen opened his holes. They worked all night, and they waited, and finally they were able to find something.
And we're going to just run it through really quick. Jordan Richards, Giacentino Fioravanti, Justin Moskal, Max Wood, and Cole Rickey. What a great job on the offensive line.
And don't forget the tight end, Jeremy Blanchard.
My bad.
Yeah.
What a tremendous job. They really turned this game around for ER Gananda.
And it's just a little bit amazing, Jeff. So much energy in the building, and hats off to Haverling. They played a heck of a game. They really were in control until the middle of the third quarter when ER woke up and came alive.
6-0, 6-6, and even in overtime they go up 12-6. Haverling does. ER Gananda's got to answer. They answer, and then they have a second extra point kick blocked, and they come back from that. It's just tremendous. What a ball game, back and forth. I'm exhausted from watching it. These kids must be exhausted. And now there he is, you see him, number 5. A.J. Bratz has him and another player, Boldrin, I beg your pardon. Brody Baldwin. Broden Baldwin will get, I'm assuming they're going to get back into a vehicle tonight and drive back to Middletown and try to play a championship soccer game for the States. Let's be quiet and soak this in.
As well as Coach Tarango, congratulations to the East Rochester Gananda Bombers, your 2021 Section 5 Class C champions.
And just a lot of emotion, a lot of joy, and there they go. There's the big pile in the middle, and just a lot of energy. And both teams left it all on the field here tonight.
They got the brick, and that's what they came for. And it didn't look good in the first half. But again, you turn the ball over 3 times, and you still come away down 6-0. You're living. That's good living right there.
That's good living, and it's good mental toughness. It's not easy to hang in and withstand all of that. And we just appreciate having the opportunity to call this game. It was a great game.
Thanks to Section 5.
Thanks to our crew. DJ and John, our producer, and John
pros.
On the camera.
Absolute pros.
And DJ with a great job spotting tonight. We couldn't have done it without those guys.
For everybody here at Caledonia Mumford, for our crew, for Section 5 football, Section 5 overall, and varsity media, and finally, my partner, Steve Bradley. Well done, my man. This is Jeff DeVeronica signing off. Enjoy it, East Rochester Gananda. The home of champions have another trophy coming that way.